Come into the room, family. Come into the room. Welcome. I am the H-Town Vet, and I'd like to welcome you to our channel, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans, active duty members, and their dependents. Come into the room, family. We're so glad you're here, and we thank you for everything. Let us catch up and see who's here with us tonight. We thank y'all. We appreciate you. All right. That's great. And we really appreciate y'all. Yes, indeed. Family, let's see who's first in the room. 66 Love. Thank you for joining us. Let us know how sound is. And he says like and subscribe, and we appreciate you. Give us a chance to check our sound, and we'll be right back. Come on into the room, family. All right, family, we're here, and we appreciate your kindness, support. As we said, 66 Love was the first in the room tonight. Then we have him saying like and subscribe. We would appreciate it. We're going to be moving fast, so make sure you get here early because we're going to be making things happen. Backwoods Law say evening, 66 Love, evening H-Town Vet, Northside in the chat. You have a good day. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Everybody's coming through. We have in the room 60 Love talking to Backwoods Law, Jeremy Elmore. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you, our brother. And y'all chatting with each other. See the family in here. Then we have Neil Step in the room. Thank you for coming in. And as usual, family, we're going to give you a wealth of knowledge dealing with veteran benefits, and we appreciate you. We're going to give you some camaraderie while we're here. We're going to give you some, what they call peace of mind with dealing with your benefits while you're here. Family, we're going to do this thing. You understand? We're going to do it. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Well, I'm ready. I tell you that much. Now, family, we gonna do this thing. Are y'all ready to do it? I'm happy. All right. We got Charlton in the room, and that's right on time where we can come on up in and we're gonna show love to the family. We appreciate you, my brothers and sisters. We already got 10 likes. It's about to kick off tonight. This is an off night, but people are already showing up. You better keep those notifications on. You hear me? You don't want to miss what happened. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. You hear what I said? Say, Charlton Zimmerman says, I am here. Don't start without me. Come on. Hop on in. You understand? I'm ready. You say you ready? Okay. Jimmy Elmore say he ready. Let's see. Let's do this, family. You're going to get some information you get nowhere else in a way that you can't get it. In one concise video. You know how we do it here. Family, we're not playing around. Family, we honor every branch of the military. So everybody that's Army in here, put Army in the chat. If you're Navy, put Navy in the chat. If you're Marines, put Marines in the chat. If you're Air Force, put Air Force in the chat. If you are Coast Guard, put Coast Guard in the chat. And if you, I think if I missed one, Navy, I think I got Navy, Space Force, put them in the chat. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to walk in H-Town. Air Force in the house. H-Town is Army. Let me put mine in the chat. Family, let's do this here. We got to do a roll call because we honor all branches. Our brother Neil is Air Force. H-Town is Army. 66, Love is Army. We have Betty in here saying Betty is Navy, Betty Bobs. Then Charlton says Navy strong. And we need them to be strong because we did the news update. We worried about our sailors out there in the I believe they're in the Gulf. Out there in the Gulf area up near Iran. So we're praying, and we have backwards law says Army. Family, y'all can keep telling us the branch you were in. That's okay. We're going to keep it moving, but let us know. Family, we're here to give you a voice. We're here to give you a voice, give you information, give you support. We're trying to make this thing work. Can we do it? Let's talk about it. The hottest spot on YouTube. H-Town, you ain't got but 3,000 subscribers. That ain't got nothing to do with we burning fire up in here. You understand? It ain't how big your army is. It's how qualified and dedicated your soldiers are, your sailors are, your Marines, your airmen. You understand what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And yeah, airmen cover Space Force 2 and sailors cover the Coast Guard. See how I slid that in there, family? Now, family, our regular scheduled live streams are on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. Now, we didn't have a live stream last night because we did 2 back-to-back, Sunday and Monday. We skipped Tuesday, and we're doing one tonight, and we're going to do one tomorrow. If you can't handle it, if you can't stand the heat, what are you supposed to do if you can't stand the heat? If you can't handle it, what a person supposed to do when they can't stand the heat? They supposed to do what? Let us know. But we do have one on Saturday. That'll be at different times, but anywhere between 7 and 10 a.m. Central Time. Get out of what? Oh, that's right. Get out. If you can't stand the heat, get out the what? Somebody let us know. Just a little pain from our brother. Okay, yes. Prayers for you because he had his procedure surgery, and we hope you're recovering well. Hump day. I'll take 10 hard chargers over 50 lazy people. Come on now. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Now, look, Navy going to do it their way. Navy says stay out of the fire room on the Navy ship. Look at what they saying here. And we then flying pan. Stay out of the frying pan. I like all y'all got some good ones. So please click on your notifications so you'll be notified of our next live stream and video. And thank y'all for the donations. Y'all been very kind and gracious. We got to, y'all help us put something on that building fund for the extension to the church. You understand? I know it's been 20 years and we ain't built nothing, and you saw the pastor in a new Rolls Royce, but that was just a rental. Just a rental. You hear what I'm saying? Huh? Just a rental. Thank y'all for all that y'all do. Now, family, we're going to deal with something here. Now, Betty says, can't stand the heat, run and hide like Colonel Rand. Look up, Doc. Who? Yeah. Now, family, do y'all remember this person being in here, the last live stream, this Regathering, FIS, I don't have the whole name. And do y'all remember that individual? You see the comment behind the computer on the screen right now? Let us know if you can see it. I'll make it the full screen to the right of your screen behind the computer. Do you remember that? If you do, put Y for yes or N for no. They came in the chat. They were pretty nice and polite, but they were new to the channel. Tell me if you remember. And LOL H-Town, you're renting the hoopty. Do y'all remember this? It's right there. The name is Regathering. Do y'all remember that? Regathering. Some of y'all spoke. Well, that person, right after the live stream, okay? Right after the live stream, they came to the channel and started saying all kind of little stuff about not the video that we did, but another video that we did about the Richard Starr Act, right? Kind of, yes. They real nice. This is why I tell y'all why I handle business to say, I remember the name. Anytime a name is real weird where you can't make out what the name is, it don't mean that it's something bad, but it puts up a red thing and they come in real smooth at the end. I just keep, I keep those things in mind. They went right off after the video, went there and said, and I, me, I don't have no problem, but they wasn't talking about the video we had, talking about the one we did about only combat veterans receiving no offset for their military retirement and their VA compensation benefits. I said both should be allowed. It should be allowed for not just combat injuries, but for non-combat injuries. There are some combat veterans that have non-combat injuries. They should have no offset either of income. They should get both of them. And this person was saying, why should we debate about this with you? So that's what they said. Why should we debate about this with you? So he's saying I'm on my channel, and when we had it, I had an open debate. People disagreed some, and we disagreed respectfully. So, but you on my channel, Mr. and Mrs. Regathering, all right? You didn't make or create policy for any veteran. So I didn't create any policy or make it, so I can't criticize it. Apparently, the channel is growing so much that we got people shook. Now, I didn't put the rest of it because the person they got a permanent vacation because they was talking about that I'm a hater. How can I hate combat veterans when I am a combat veteran? I didn't say exclude the combat veteran. I said make it where it's also available for non-combat veterans. There are certain situations that combat veterans have to be given special treatment if it comes to recording what happens on the combat field, in combat, because we don't have recorders like that. So they have to take our word for it. They call us a reliable historian. H-Town know what he's talking about. You understand? So that's reasonable. But a veteran getting an injury in combat, not in combat, that's just an injury. They can have both the same effect, whether it's and it's the combat injury. The combat veteran is not covered. It's the combat injury. And I think that to me it was excluding, so I have my opinion. We can all influence those that do, though. Yes, indeed. That's our job because they represent us. We don't sit back and let them make decisions because if they say something that they don't like, and that was why I blocked them because they was talking, just talking nonsense. And I didn't like the fact they came in here acting nice, then went on the channel and crashed out. You got something to say? Say it to me while we're here. Don't run and hide. Y'all know I ain't scared. I call a troll up. You remember, I called one up, a YouTuber. Say, come on up, talk. They did the first time, but they thought, second time, I said, no, I ain't doing that. They knew what was up because they were going to get caught in their lies. We give a fair floor here. Don't come crashing out. If you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. You can crash out if you want to, but that's why we keep y'all on code. The whole goal is for y'all got to follow the rules because these other people looking for weaknesses and inroads. So if you follow the rules when you get ready, remember the rules are for the whole live stream. So even in the after party, that's why I don't use the word after party because about 3 or 4 people. Oh, I thought it was after party, so I could just do what I want. The after party don't mean you don't follow no rules. I shouldn't have to say that, right? You in the military. When y'all get off those ships, when we go off base, and when you go off the airfield, I don't have to follow rules because I'm not on the base no more. It don't work like that. Huh? We respect the rules at all times, even H-Town. Tell me if I'm making sense. Now listen, say they just were trying to get a reaction to prove they derailed something. They just don't realize Betty Bob's is laying in wait, LOL. You better believe it. Now, I got trouble, or let's say, I got no trouble with true combat veteran injuries. It's the fake Purple Heart. I didn't think about that, Charlton. It's the fake Purple Heart ones I get triggered. Remember, several people lied that's supposed to be highly decorated combat veterans, right? Combat Timmy, right? Tim Hahy, he lied about where he got his Purple Heart injury. He got it in the States, not in Afghanistan. He admitted this and still got elected to the Senate. Even Chris Kyle, I think his name was Chris Kyle, he lied up about his military record over and over. The American sniper guy, not saying that he didn't do some things. I'm telling you, he lied. He contradicted himself in his records, and they admitted. And when he was back here talking about he was sniping people during Hurricane Katrina, he was sniping black people off the he was on top of the Superdome. Now, I don't know why would that make him have an ego, but this is real talk. So just because somebody say they combat, remember the greatest hero in this country at the time and really in history, the pivotal battle of Saratoga. Who was his name? One of the greatest hero. We can't mention his name. He was a combat veteran, a combat officer. What was his name? Somebody look it up and let us know. Say, makes sense. Backwoods Law. That's why the flipped out afterwards. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, because they didn't feel comfortable cutting up in here. That's why they waited to do it on the channel. That's why we set the tone. Y'all open and say whatever y'all feel here. Now listen, Benny say hello, H-Town, Vet, and the chat family. Everybody show love to Benny. They will stretch the truth. What was his name? His name was Benedict Arnold. Matter of fact, they use his name as a slur now. You trying to do a Benedict Arnold on me. Huh? Because he was the greatest hero in this country and the greatest traitor. He helped win the pivotal battle of Saratoga that the American Revolution was based on, but then he turned because he got injured in that battle, and they kind of cut his leg by the foot off of it because he didn't want to stay out of the combat. And so President George Washington relieved him from his duties because he was injured, but he let him be over the fort, which was called West Point, which was a fort then, not a college yet, I don't believe. Come on now. H-Town breaking it down. So combat brethren, we honor you. I'm one. And we honor those who honorably serve. It's all good with us. We're not stepping on one to look good with the other. Okay, I got a question for your family. Now we're going to do a quiz. First, we're going to ask, and y'all got to answer the question. Are there any, let me ask you this, hold on, I want to do it, I'm going to have to put it on the banner. Let us know what y'all been doing today. And I appreciate y'all. And my question is, can only veterans receive VA disability? Compensation. Can only veterans receive VA disability? Let us know. Huh? If you say yes, okay, that sells. If you say no, who can? Is there other agencies? Put it in the chat. Let us know. Let us know who can receive VA disability besides, and if not, put no. All your answers. Let us know. All right, family. We're going to put the banner. I hadn't put that banner. Come on, we're going to make it in there. Come on now. Can only vets receive VA disability? If so, who? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So you had, okay, cardio rehab, all right. You had a 6:45 chiropractor appointment. We know that wasn't at the VA unless it's dental. You be there earlier. That's early. You can do it, H-Town. Can I? No, nobody but veterans can receive VA disability compensation, meaning non-military people. There are other categories, backwards law. NOAA is one of them. Okay. Where you say, yeah, you called it NOAA. Let's see. This is our fun fact for today. Jimmy Elmore say no. Any veteran can receive, but what about non-veterans? Hold on. Let me see how I answer that. I put that question. See, can only vets receive VA disability compensation? Can non-veterans? Okay. I know veterans can, but they have to be honorably discharged in most cases, or general under honorable conditions. There are certain criteria even for veterans, and they have to serve a certain amount of time, 180 days, and they'd have to be, depends on the branch, the status of their service, whether they reserve, active duty, National Guard. So it depends on even veterans, but can anybody other than veterans? Now, only veterans can receive it. Okay. Betty Bob say Merchant Marine. Okay, that's interesting. Now listen, Charles say no, U.S. Health Services, those that are deployed. Okay. Then he say, all right, say NOAA, Merchant Marines, and a few others. And these are civilian organizations. And forgot about the U.S. Health Services. Good catch. Now, listen, let's check it out. Now, if y'all don't remember, we actually did a video and answered this question. We did a whole video. Who remember the video? Put me in the chat. Or just put I wasn't here if you wasn't here. Who remember the video? Put me. Now listen, family, let's answer the question. Yes, Betty remembers. Now, the Merchant Marine says in peacetime and war, but these would be more people that served during the Vietnam era. I don't know if there's any current. If they serve during wartime, yes, there are certain ones that still receive VA compensation. So Betty was here. Charlton was here. You say, Neil wasn't here. Don't think I was over here yet. Now, I don't think you were either. Now, so the Merchant Marines is the first one. Y'all mentioned that backwards law. I believe Betty mentioned this one here. A couple of y'all mentioned it. Now, listen, they can receive VA disability compensation because their mission is critical to our service. Tell you some other ones. Let's talk about it. So the U.S. Merchant Marines, all right, can receive VA disability compensation. It's the fleet of American civilian crewed U.S. flagged merchant ships along with the licensed mariners who operate them. So if they're doing something, especially like they were doing during Vietnam and other wars before that, where they were helping veterans, right? They were helping active military bring supplies, and they was in a danger zone, right? So they received VA disability compensation. Everybody show love to Novell. Says, good evening, everyone. Show love to Novell. Now, the next one is number 2, NOAA. Yeah, when you mentioned that one too, Backwoods Law, which is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Department of, I think that's Department of Defense, they're part of it. But they keep track of the atmosphere and everything. They can receive VA disability compensation under certain circumstances. Now, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, I hope I said NOAA, I might be pronouncing it wrong, scientific agency that monitors Earth, oceans, atmospheric, and climate, providing critical data for weather forecasting severe storm warnings. So you can see how critical they could play dealing with any time that we have to go to any kind of military conflict. They play a critical role in the weather and moving military equipment and keeping military safe. Now, the one that really is pretty much almost like us, they wear uniforms all the time, is the U.S. Public Health Services. They are the third one, so there's three. If you know of any more, let us know, but those are the only three that I know of. Now, with the U.S. Public Health Services, responsible for improving national health care through various agencies. They have a commission corps, a uniformed service of public health professionals who respond to crisis. And we know that what? That a war or conflict is a crisis. And they say NOAA needed for the Navy. Okay, oceanic storms. Real good point that y'all really would need them for that. And we're gonna be going over the information tonight. Okay, now family, look, H-Town putting a little plug out there. I got several videos we got here. Look it up, put H-Town Vet and put in 4 types of 100%, put in 8 benefits for 100% permanent total. That's my most popular video. I think I got about almost 65,000 views on that video. Next one, watch VA disability from 0 to 100%. Go back and watch those videos. Several videos going to come up. Champ VA Healthcare was very popular, and Chapter 35 educational benefits. Just put my name, H-Town Vet, in there, and go check out those videos. They seem to be very popular. Please like, share, and subscribe, and click on the notifications if you have done so far. Let us know what our how many likes we have and how many in here. Now we're going to get on topic. And the topic for tonight is, family, are you ready for the question? This is what I'm asking you. Are you ready for the question? Huh? The topic for tonight. All right. We have 16 likes and 13 watching. Listen to what good Ear Will say. Good afternoon, family. I started my new job. I've been missing the live streams. Glad to be here. But we've been getting fired up here. Thank you for showing up. Now, family, the topic for tonight is we're talking about the levels of protection. Is that all right? Everybody show love to Ear Will. We're talking about the levels of protection. In particular, the question that we're going to be talking about and discussing at length, the 5 levels of protection for VA compensation rating percentages based on the time period that you have the rating and the status of that rating or rating percentage, that is. Family, there are others, but we're going to be talking about these 5 of the major ones, okay? Everybody, congrats on you getting that job, Ear Will. Thank you. Now, family, what are those 5 levels? The first one is the 5-year rule, which is based on you having, think about your condition. This is what I want to ask you. Your last rating, what was it for? Let us know, family. Your last rating, what year did you get it? My last rating, I got in, I want to put it like this here. The last percentage rating where your number went from this percentage to that percentage of 0 to whatever. Your last percentage you received, what was it? 2026. Your last one. My last one was 2014. Now the one you got the money amount, 2010 for me. All right, you following me? Following me. I got mine, the big one, the last one I got that's got me to the highest rating. 2010. And I'm assuming you're at your highest point. Backwards law say 2026. So for the 5-year rule, everybody tell us how long, whatever condition, or let's say one of whatever condition backwards law got in 2000 this year. How many years before he fall under the 5-year rule? What year would he fall under the 5-year rule and it'll be a protected rating? What year would it be? Come on, tell us. Come on, tell us, fam. Put in the chat. What year would it be? So for him, 5 years would be, Betty say, 2031. So that would be a stabilized rating. That's what they call it at the 5-year rule. Now I'm gonna go to Charlton. We're gonna do it a little different. Now listen, with Charlton, but all rules apply to everybody. He say 2019. Well, that comes at the 10-year rule. 10-year rule, meaning they can't take away the service connection. What would be 10 years with his condition that he got in 2019? What would be 10 years that he'd fall under the 10-year rule? When would he fall on? What year would that be for Charlton? Somebody let me know. What would it be? 10 years from 2026. From 2019. I'm sorry. That's right, 2029. Once he's had it for 10 years, whatever that condition is, they can't take away a service connection. Now listen to me. H-Town, Jimmy Elmore, right. We gonna walk through this thing, huh? I'm not your bus driver, but I'm gonna take you to school today. Now let's go to the next person. Okay. So when you did 2026, we're gonna do another one. Let's see if anybody else. Nobody else had. Let's do H-Town. H-Town was 2010. So under the 5-year rule, that means I was paid at the 100% rate. I wasn't permanent total, but it don't matter because I'm paid at the 100% rate, so they can't take that away. Huh? So, you know what? Let's just go with mine for the, we're going to use mine for the 100% permanent total. Let me take that one away. I hope if I delete it. We're going to go to my 2014. Let's do that. When I got my 100% permanent total, we're going to do that. Okay, we'll use mine 100% permanent total 2014. Was it 2014? Yeah, we'll use 2014. So I was unemployable temporary 100% in 2010. 2014, I went boom. Yesterday, he say, we got on the short bus. Oh, it's all good. Now listen. All right. So since I'm back to 2014, what year, since we following this here, what year would I have fall under the 5-year rule? I've already passed it. What year would that be? Because I got my permanent total in 2014, what year would I have been under the 5-year rule? From 2014. Betty say 2019. That's 5 years. What year would I have been on? Okay, Jimmy, doing good, doing good. Phantom, we're gonna slow walk this thing. We're gonna do it right. Huh? So that means they 5 years I was protected in 2019. Now, when did I get to the 10-year rule? Come on and talk to me. When did I get to the 10-year rule? 10-year rule, remember my original rating for 100% permanent total was 2019. When did I get to the 10-year rule? Okay, you say back, so put 10-year rule 2024. So I made the 10-year rule. Okay, so that means they can't take my service connection away for PTSD. Huh? They can't take the service connection. We'll tell you the rest a little bit later. You got to stay for the sequel. Now, when did I qualify for the 55-year rule, which is not based on when I got my rating, but it's based on my age. Let's see if y'all remember my age. What year did I turn 55, and that gave me more protection of my 100% permanent total? What year? Do y'all remember how old H-Town is? So you would have to know what my age is now and go back 2 years from now. I mean, so many, whatever years. So when did I, you say 2021. Anybody remember how old H-Town is? How old is H-Town? I'll tell you how old I am. I'm 57. So what year did I'm 57 years old. I put it in the chat. So y'all not confused. What year? Y'all were, Jimmy was close. I'll be 58 this year, but I'm 57. So what year? I'll be 58 in September coming up. So, but at 57, what year did I get locked in? 2024. Okay. 25, 26. That's right. 2024. Right. Huh? So that means when I turn 55, I see I'm doing this for a reason, family. See, I sound gonna break it down so y'all understand how these work. Now listen, let's see if you remember this. The next level of protection. So when I turn 55, they don't really call me in for no exam, but I'm still covered under all of the other protections, the 10-year rule and the 5-year rule. So I got 3 pieces of armor on. Let's go to the 4th piece of armor. All right. See if you remember the level of protection of P&T status, meaning I was 100% permanent total. T stands for total, meaning paid at the 100% rate. P stands for static, not likely to improve, no future exam. What year was I permanent in total? Let's see if y'all remember. Y'all just use it to calculate what year was that. Oh, we doing some math here today. Jim Elmore say math class. What year did I receive? Huh? Do y'all remember the year that I became 100% permanent total? Okay, Jimmy Elmore said it. 2014. Follow me. 2014. Now listen. Now, I think you said 2004. Yes, 2014. You're right. Y'all gonna apply this to your life too. You need to do the math to protect your ratings, your benefits. That put me in a protected status, 2014. Now, now since you know Charlton, I'm gonna put you on the spot. You are right. Charlton is right. Betty said, I'm gonna get the ones for sure. Betty, I'll pick on you this time, Betty. 2014, all y'all are right. Now listen, when will I have it for 20 years? The 100% permanent total. When would my 20-year milestone happen where they can't touch me if I didn't commit any fraud? When would that happen? Come on, talk to me. Betty says, what? I ain't done the math yet, so is she right? Say 2034. Backwards law, 2034. Jimmy Elmore, 2034. That's if my condition remains at this rate, at this status, long as I don't go below 100%, I'm gonna break something else down. I'm making it simple now. I'm talking about the benefits of permanent total and the paid at 100% rate. There's a little caveat that I'm gonna break down to you later. Are we making sense? 2034. Every condition you got, Charlton, when you had your hearing loss for 20 years, they can't take it away. They can't lower the amount. At 10 years, they can lower the amount, but they can't take it away. But you're already at the lowest. At 20 years, your tinnitus, they can't take it away. They can't lower it. All right. So let's use Charlton for a minute. Once he made 5 years, he kind of locked in space. They have to have 2 exams to take his rating, 2 unfavorable exams. At 10 years, they could take the tinnitus to 0%, but they can't take away the service connection for the tinnitus. Once he's 55, he kind of locked in, and he probably already 55 after he got it. That's something you can use to fight them with. Next, if it's a permanent rating, and sometimes you have a permanent rating before that, but permanent and total, meaning you have the 100% rate. But let's say he's permanent at that 10% tinnitus. That's another protection. And once he's had tinnitus for 20 years without reducing that 10%, he's locked in at 10% for the rest of his life. Come on, let's talk about it. Unless they can prove fraud. H-Town, go to do the 2034 code. I can't do it. We're gonna say that one for the chicken man. Whoa, boy. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Oh, I've been laughing, boy. I can't say nothing, but I saw something made me laugh. Saying the future, somebody was doing it, boy, talking about, yeah, 2000 and like 30 years from now, the cola for then. I mean, they was just doing some, they was cutting up, just having fun, but good. PT, but making a strong point. PT, 55 years old, 10 years service connected, solid. So they have to find fraud to lower you at this point. Which one of them do you qualify for right now, family? You can just put the number 5, 10, 55. You over 55, P&T, or you got your 20. Which ones you qualify? If however many you qualify. Right now, H-Town is at the 5-year. You can put the year if you want to. H-Town has got the 10-year. All right. I'm covered. I got 2 protections. I'm over 55. I'm 57. So I got the 55-year. Don't worry. I didn't have none of them when I first started off. You just keep on going to your treatment. Come on. I got the P&T. 100% P&T, or just P&T. I'll put P&T. But 20, not yet. So let me do that. 20-year, not yet. You ain't got to tell the one you don't have. Just tell the one you do. I'm just putting that for y'all to know. Now look, come on. See, this is how we learn this thing. So H-Town got the 5-year rule because I got it in 2014. So I'm past the 5-year. I got the 10-year rule because I passed that. Right? From 2014, 2024. I passed the 55-year rule because I'm 57 years old. That deals with your age. I passed the P&T rule because I got that back in 2014. I haven't got the 20-year rule yet because that's going to be like what? 2014 to 2034. That's 20 years. Now, family, are we doing this thing right? So better say the 20-year and the 55. Okay. It will say 0 right now, but you hang in there. So you get older, H-Town, not better. Yeah, I guess so, boy. Y'all something else. I'll make sure I ain't miss nobody. Jimmy Elmore say P&T and over 55. Now, I want y'all to keep it in mind when we're going through this. Apply it to yourself. Do the math, okay? So you'll be strong on this. Now, listen to what Backwoods Law say. 55, 20 years on 2, 5 years on 4, and 4 conditions listed as static currently. That means they're at the permanent status. So you at that level of protection. Even though they may or may not be total, they still are static, meaning they're permanent in nature. So you got the blue one too. Come on now, you got some purple ones too. Come on now, you got some 5 years. Come on now. Let's talk about it. Betty says the 20-year and over 55. And y'all heard what I said. Dang, Ed Betty, you joined when you were 12 or something. You cut up. They say, Backwoods Law Flattery will get you everywhere. Come on, family. Now, family, are we making sense? Remember these dates. Let's get into it. That's so update. We're updating it because before, when we've done it in the past, we have covered these topics. We did not have the 55-year rule up there. Huh? So we update. Let's get into it, family. Family, you know how it is. You work surveilling, making sure the VA ain't nowhere around, coming around your house. You want to make sure there ain't nobody trying to mess with your benefits. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever peeped out the window wondering what's out there? Come on, let us know. Put some eye emojis in the chat or put the word "I" in the chat. Have you ever been concerned about you receiving a letter that the VA is going to reduce your rating or something from the VBA, or sometimes you get it from the VA and you thinking it's from them, it's from the healthcare? Have you ever had that concern, anxiety? Put a mailbox in the chat if you've ever had nervousness about receiving mail from the VA. Put a mailbox in the chat. Put a mailbox in the chat or the word mail. And if you felt like somebody watching you, put eyes or the word "I" in the chat. Now let's see. 20 years, 6. Oh, okay. Let me see. He will say, "What's up?" Okay. Flock cameras. Yeah, flock cameras. LOL. Novell say he laughing about it. You know what? We got to laugh to keep from crying. Backwoods Law say, LOL. I have cameras around the house. Yes, indeed. Yes. Okay. Betty say, yes, she's watching what's going on. Mail. That's one of my biggest anxiety about the mail, getting surprise mail from the VA. I don't know if something happened that made me feel that way, but we're talking about protecting those ratings tonight. So if you've ever had reduction anxiety, fear that's part of the mail situation, so watching and the mail, if you've ever had what we call reduction anxiety, that the VA is going to reduce your rating and you're just fearful that they're going to do it, put RA for put this in the chat. Put the percentage sign and put RA for reduction anxiety. I'm going to put it in there. If you've ever feared that the VA is trying to take your benefits, or they might, or you're always worried about that, come on, put it in there. Charlton say, yeah, he be watching. I got to feel like they watching me. Betty say, ain't sneaking up on me. That's what Backwoods Law say. Betty ain't sneaking up on me. It used to be Jody, boy. Now we watching out for the VA. So is Jody the new? Is the VBA the VA the new Jody? Got your check and gone? Jody was taking your woman or your man, right? But now the VA Jody then got your rating and gone. Percentage rate. Oh, you had to. So rating anxiety, H-Town had it. So has Neil. Okay, respect. Understand we rating anxiety and back bill money owed VA. Yeah, when you owe my debt. I've been reducing. I had it too long. So what do y'all do to reduce your anxiety of being fearful that the VA will reduce your rating or something will happen where they come and get it? Given the fact that a lot of people have gotten help from unaccredited claims consulting companies, and some of those companies are going bankrupt or being under legal litigation from from state organization, maybe from the federal government coming here soon, do you think that would put your rating in question? Not trying to make you nervous. Say that is not right. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Y'all talk about, we talking about this thing tonight. Family, but we got to understand that the VA law, they have safeguards to protect your ratings, right? And we just went over them. Now we're going to go over them in detail. Family, we doing this thing. Now, Betty says this. Remember, VA reduced all my ratings. I had my rating too long, and I'm past the age of 55. That's what I'm saying. That had to be traumatic for you, Betty. Now, listen to what it will say. Check your emails. The letters come after the mail from the VA. Okay. Check your email with them too. Charlton say, hold off opening VA mail. Got me in trouble with an appointment. Don't do that. Especially they might be sending you paperwork on the CMP exam. And if you don't open the mail because of your anxiety, or you just forget, or you being careless, guess what's going to happen? You may not get another CMP exam. I know one person, it took them 4 years. If you don't show up, that's an automatic reason for them to justify a denying you. Huh? Now listen to what Backwards Law say. Oh, I see. You are saying they tried it, but you had the time to engrade to protect you. That was good. Come on, family. Let's get this thing done. So safeguard your valuable percentage ratings. Nova Law. You hear, H-Town? Is that all right? Let's talk about it. So remember, now you got to understand, this is different from filing a claim with the VA and you trying to get a claim approved, having what? A diagnosis. This ain't about getting service connection or getting a diagnosis for a condition, then connecting that condition to your military service, then getting a measure of severity. Now, in those cases, you're trying to do what? You seeing how bad your condition is when you file a direct claim. Is it worse or is it bad? But you got to meet the 3 criteria of having a condition, connecting to service, and have a measure of severity. All right. So it's how bad the condition is. Follow me now. For me, was flashbacks, draft notice, 1972. Wow. I was about 4 years old. What month was it, Charlton, in 72, if you remember? If you don't, I understand. But I was, in September of that year, I turned 4. So family, and what the VA looking for when it comes to after you get the rating, to see if you get continuous improvement. Once, before you get the rating, they're looking at severity of whether you qualify or not. Once you got it, they're looking for improvement. And we're going to get more detail about that. Let's go with the 5-year rule. If you qualify for the 5-year rule, put 1 in the chat. If you qualify for the 5-year rule with at least one of your disabilities, meaning you've had your condition. No, you know what? Tell us this here. What's the condition that you qualify for the 5-year rule? Put the name of the condition if you don't want to, if you want. So mine is PTSD. I only have one. So PTSD I've had for 5 years. And put 5, put 5 in the chat, I guess. We can put 5 in the chat. So for 5 years, I've had PTSD, so it's a stabilized rating. All right. Matter of fact, I've had it more than 5 years. Now, what year is this here? When I first got it, 2004, 2014, 2026. I've been diagnosed with PTSD for over 20-something years. Wow. Yeah. So I'm locked in at the 20% for the one that was 30%, I think it is. Yeah, I think I'm locked in for. All right, let's see. What is mine? PTSD. 5 years. Say occupational fracture of ankle. Okay. Grenade 3. Okay. Opposite. I guess the eye. Tinnitus and hearing loss for Charlton. That is, if you've had it for over 5 years, put it in the chat. And some of them going to qualify for the 5, 10, and the 20 years. So tinnitus and hearing loss for Charlton. He's had it at least 5 years. So that is a stabilized rating. All right. 5-year rule, the stabilized rating, meaning you got some protection, because if it's lasted that long, they don't think it's going to get it's not a good chance of it getting better, okay? But they still might call you in for an exam, and we're gonna talk about that. Now listen to what Betty Bob say. YouTube did not exist back then, and I know nothing. I knew nothing. I had to put in an increase all over again. My past for the 20 years, and I am over 55. See, fam, let's talk. Oh, I forgot to say, everybody show love to One of One. Can they decrease static ratings or 100% PNT? Stay around, and the answer is yes, under certain conditions, and we got them all listed. One of One, stay around. We got your answer, okay? Now listen, Jimmy Elmore say 16 disabilities over 5 years. You can put the number if you want. That's something else. Now listen to what Backwards Law say. All of the tendons and ligament torn off my ankle, at least 5 years. Now listen, we're gonna give you that information. Everybody show love to One of One. Does it go back to the effective date or when you get rated? It depends. Okay. Hold on. What does now? It goes back to the effective date. It goes back to the effective date. But the effective date, if it happened less than a year and you getting out of service, it's going to go back to when it happened in the service if you filed within a year of getting out. Now, if you do it after service, after a year being out, it's going to go when you file the claim most of the times. That's going to be the effective date. Do that make sense? Okay, yes, your effective date, not when you got your rating. Huh? You may not get the rating 2 or 3 years later, but they go back to the date of the effective date of the rating. The day your back pay starts. And he said, good evening. Yes, indeed. Effective dates on the ratings. Yes, indeed. Hey, One of One. Family, are we doing this thing? So now we getting back with it. Got it. Okay. We going to slow walk you. Y'all going to get information. Y'all got to tell me at the end if this information you learned anything. So the first rule we're talking about is the 5-year rule. It's a stabilized rating. All right, let's see. My PTSD effective date was July 2023. Let me ask y'all, family, when will he have a stabilized rating and meet the 5-year rules to make it a stabilized rating? Help Brother Neil. When will he have 5 years? And you can say something too, Brother Neil, for the 5 years. Come on. From 5 years from 2023 is what? 2028. 2027, somebody say 2028. 2028. 2028. You was close, brother. You got it on the point last time, but 2028, whatever month and day, that's when it becomes covered, and you need to know that. So if they try to send you to an exam, you can fight them with the 5-year rule, put it on the supportive claim form. These are protections. 2028, fam, y'all getting it. Now listen, the first one, 5-year rule. So you're counting. So let's say you got your rating in 2021 for a condition. So let's say it was for anybody got a rating in 2021. Let us know if you got any rating. Some of y'all did. Anybody here got a service connection for a condition in 2021? Let us know in the chat. Huh? Let us know. Anybody got a rating, service connected with a disability in 2021? Let us know. Anybody. So all my conditions 2024. Okay. So if our brothers is 2024, when does he meet the 5-year rule? One of One. When does he meet 5 years and his conditions become stabilized? All of them at the same time. If they would, come on now, talk to me. So if you got yours in 2021, his come stabilized in 2028. Now it's 2024. What would be 5 years after that? That'd be 2029, wouldn't it? Oh, y'all saying, okay. Yeah, 2029. Now listen, if you got your rating, anybody, if you got a rating, you may have not. In 2021, you count 5 years. The first was 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. That's what you see here on the chart. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Huh? That's what we're showing you. Walking down the road to 2026 stabilized rating. So when you meet your 5-year anniversary, you need to note that for every condition you meet that. Y'all need to note this, not on your award letter, but on something, or get a copy of your award letter, make copies, don't do it on the original. And right now, I met the 5-year rule. I met the 10-year rule. You need to write these things down. Is that a good idea? Who else told you that? I guess nobody, because I didn't know that until I mentioned it right now. It just came to my brain. 5-year anniversary. When you get a 10-year anniversary, it's like you getting married. When you get your 20-year anniversary. Huh? Come on. I said celebrate that day as well. Celebrate when you meet these milestones. Huh? And you're celebrating they becoming stabilized. Remember, 5 years is a stabilizer. It starts to lock in your rating where they can't do something to you, and they'll do it. If you don't know, you can fight with this. They'll just take it away. If you don't know, this is giving you something to fight with. Tell me if I'm making sense. Now, let's say you end up going to the exam. After you got, let's say they send you to the exam, they feel like they got evidence that your condition has improved, and it's after the 5-year period. What do? We're going to talk about that. Now, I have the date set up in my phone as a reminder. I get a message with it. Please, I'm going to put mine on there too. Come on, family. We're talking about these levels of protection. So if they call you in on the 5-year rule after you met your 5 years and your conditions have become stabilized, you need to know this. Okay, what are they looking at? They're not looking at whether you have a condition or not. They're not looking whether you're service connected or not. They're not looking for the measure of severity, how bad the condition is. That's what they would do if you were doing a regular CMP exam. They're looking to see if the condition has improved because you already got it. And they said, we want to know if that condition improved. Are you listening to me? And if they say, no, the condition has improved, okay, that's one thing. If they say, yes, it has improved, that's another thing. So they sending you to the exam to see if it's improved. That's the difference. Once you have the condition, they're not measuring how bad it got, but if it's gotten better. Am I making sense? Let us know. Now listen to what Charlton say. Question: if VA sends you a re-CMP exam 1 month before 5-year rating date, but CMP exam after the month, does the 5-year rule hold? If you went to the exam after the 5 years, it was already a stabilized rating. They have no control, and you have room to fight and say, hey, this was after that, and we're going to explain how that would help you. That doesn't mean that one exam is enough. We're going to explain how many exams they need to have when you have you're under the 5-year rule stabilized rating. All right, we're going to talk about it, okay? Come on, let's talk about it. Now, if it's before the 5 years, all they need is that one exam to reduce you if they say it's improvement. Are you listening to me? Now, listen to what Backwoods Law say. They are looking to see if it is better. Right. Before, when you're doing a regular CMP exam, to establish service connection, they're looking to see if you have a diagnosis. They're looking to see if you have that diagnosis connect to your military service. Then they want to see the severity of that diagnosis or condition. They want to see how bad it is. Here, under the 5-year rule, they want to see how good it is. Huh? Right backwards law. If they say no, it has not, you should file a supplemental ask for an increase. That is smart. I didn't think of that. So look at you are slicker than motor oil. He's trying to game the system. You watch out for backwards law. I'm mad because he thought of it before me. Think about this here. That's a catch-22. So if you pass the 5 years and they call you in and they say, no, we did the examination and your condition has not improved, that means you continue with the like it is. No, you get a copy of that CMP exam. So if they say it improved, now you got a problem. But if they say it hasn't improved, you want to know if it's gotten worse, you might be able to get an increase, get a copy of the DBQ that the doctor did and use it as evidence against them. Am I making sense? And that we owe that all to who? Backwards law. I wish I would have came up with it. Backwards law, you always been thinking you were smarter than the rest of us. Even when we went in the playground, you was always off to yourself, away from the other kids. Huh? You over there counting while we playing ball. What was he doing? Everybody show love to San Diego Marine and say good evening, fam, and say H-Town Vet Northside, good evening, bro. Good evening, bro. Much love. Nomad say good evening, everyone. Come on now, family. Everybody say love to San Diego Marine and Nomad. Family, are we talking about this here? Do you see what backwards law just did for us? If they call you in, you got to make them pay. First, you make sure you go get your own independent exam to debunk the one they send you to, because they already got theirs set up. But get you one too. And if that doctor show at the CMP exam that your condition has not gotten better, well, it may have gotten worse. So you need to see what they put on there. Say, well, you know what? Let's use this since y'all say my condition has not improved, so you can't reduce me. Maybe you can give me an increased rating. Boy, is that making sense? Listen what 101 say, make them pay. Family, if you feel like they try to pull you in there and then at the end they say your condition has not improved, should you make them pay? Should you try to file for an increase? Put make them pay in the chat. If you think you should leave it alone, don't poke the bear. Well, they already got you an exam. All you need is the evidence. Say static. Okay. You could ask for it being static. Come on now. It can be static at 0 or any other percent. Now, come on, family. Who say make them pay? But if they say that your condition has not improved, then you're done. That meaning that your condition is most likely the same as it was before, so you're done. You don't have to worry about nothing. However, you look at that CMP exam, go over it with your representative. You go over it. H-Town knows stuff like that. I would help y'all, but y'all can't be sending stuff with y'all private information on there. People don't listen to me. I can help you and boom, 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 especially if it's mental health. But you want to see if it's gotten worse. You say, okay, they got 3 options. They could have said, I've gotten better and lowered my percentage, or take it away altogether, because you're at the 5, you ain't at the 10-year rule yet. They could have said that it stayed the same, then I ain't got nothing to worry about. I mean, ain't nothing to do. I'm just keeping the same percent. Or you look on and you find out in that exam that there's evidence that your condition has gotten worse. So you know what? Use that to file a claim for evidence. Boom. Use their own stuff. Make them pay. Neil say make them pay. 100% no touch it. If it's not rated, make them pay. Okay. Yes, indeed. Make sure you read the criteria in general. Always read the rating criteria for that condition that you have. Everybody show love to Jay Oliver. Say hello all. Now, family, are we learning stuff here? Let me know. I take my time to organize all this stuff to make it make sense to you. You understand what I'm saying? You see H-Town stroking his own ego. Sometimes I get confused without my medicine, but today I think I know what I'm doing. Now, that is true. However, if they are trying to decrease you, they examiner might say, oh, you have less range of motion. Listen and know to file that supplemental. And guess what? Backwoods Law, you keep hitting them out the park. Listen. Oh, God is good all the time. God is good. Listen. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. That's a saying in the Southern Black culture in the Baptist church. Listen. Guess what? When you in there, they send you in there for that after your 5 years to see if your condition, they can't send you in. You can't stop it, but I'm explaining they got to give you something else. The first one, don't worry about the first exam. But let's say they say your condition has not gotten better. The doc, you ask doc, has my condition got better, doc? Or no. Has it gotten worse? The doctor, CMP doctor might tell you. Make sure you write it down if they say it's gotten worse. That's an increase right there. Hopefully they put it in your chart. Tell me if we're making it make sense. Everybody show love to J. Oliver. We love J. Oliver. J. Oliver just brings joy. Remember Boomer came in one day? Alaskan Ice, we love her. Bionic Woman, we love you. Listen, I don't want your husband getting after. I mean that in a very brotherly type of way. I don't need nobody. They in Dallas, so I don't need nobody coming down. I'm be copping, please. Listen, improvement. What they looking for is improvement. So first we say, if they don't find improvement, you're okay. But what if they find improvement in there? What do you do next? Uh-oh, do you panic? What if you at the 5 year, they can check you? But what if they find improvement? How does the 5 year rule protect you if they find improvement in the exam that the VA send you to after you've been having a condition for 5 years? Let's talk about it. First, that improvement has to be substantial improvement. Okay? Listen, it has to be substantial, meaning it can't be a little improvement. You had to go, if you had ankle problems, you could barely walk, but now you're doing cartwheels, and I don't know why they would have pictures of you with cartwheels. Or them bodybuilders, you couldn't barely move your arms, range of motions on your shoulders like this, but now you are doing the Ironman challenge. You got that stuff way up here. That is substantial improvement. Tell me if I'm making sense on what substantial improvement is. Huh? Your vision was very horrible, but now, I mean, it was so bad you couldn't drive. Now, not only can you drive, you can drive. You driving without glasses. That is substantial improvement. Huh? Some people shoulder shot me. Yeah, that's what you say. That ain't me. Huh? In the words of Tyrone Davis, it sure wasn't me. If you did, that's right. Sure wasn't me. Now let's talk about it. Now listen, substantial improvement. It has to be a significant improvement in the condition. But we got another caveat for it. It can't just be substantial. Tell me if we're making sense. If the doctor say you got substantial improvement, that means because we're talking about improvement, that's not a good thing. When it comes to your rating, improvement meaning if you got better, it's good to be better. But if you haven't, and they're trying to say that CMP doctor say your condition got better, that's a problem. Substantial improvement, family. Now listen to what Backwoods Law says. If they see improvement, you can appeal and ask for another exam because you were having a good day then. If you receive an exam saying it got better. Yes. Matter of fact, because of the 5 year rule, we about to talk about it. Prescription still refilled. You have to continue to seek treatment. They put that on when I got my 100% permanent total, that I continue to seek treatment. People that tell you don't have to keep getting treatment, that's a lie. They went and called one of the Vietnam veterans I used to know at the VA hospital. After 19 years, they called him in and they checked to see was he going to his appointment. We know he was because he's part of the group we was in. And he continued. They said, well, we see you continue getting treatment. That's in 19 years, right before he had his 100% for 20 years. Can you believe that? I ain't trying to startle nobody. But let's get back to the 5 year rule here. Substantial improvement and improvement has to be continued, meaning, like they say, you might have been having a good day. You just might have been having a good day, but most of your days are bad hair days. That day, you just having a good hair day. That day, yeah, you might have been able to turn cartwheels, or you may be able to lift that one day, but most days you couldn't. So what is it? It has to be substantial and continuous, but that ain't enough. The 5-year rule still protects you. The third caveat, they got to give you 2 exams at least. So if you have one unfavorable exam to say that your condition improved, they got to give you another exam that says your condition improved. Huh? That's why I'd be going to get that what? Outside independent one. So even if they send you to a second one, you have one say, hey, look at this. Tell me if I'm making sense. The 5-year rule protects you because any improvement found in the first exam has to be what? Substantial and continuous. And they need 2 exams. The third thing, they need 2 exams to reduce you. All right, but they can. Tell me if it makes sense. Oh, boy, family, are we doing this thing? Yes, refills on those prescriptions is strong evidence in your favor. Because if your condition's getting worse, but you're not getting the medication, they're going to say it's getting worse. The VA will say that your condition is getting worse because you're not using the medication that's prescribed. Did you hear me? Come on, let's talk about it. Real talk there. Backwoods Law. That's my co-host. Let's talk about it. And on that second exam, they have to find the same findings, that your condition has gotten better. All right? On 2 exams, they have to show improvement. But if you go do a private DBQ, you can fight it and appeal it with that. Did you hear me? Now look, keep it to the side. If they're going to send you to a second one, they already got it set up, keep it to the side, let them do it. Then they say, 2 exams say your condition is improved. Well, I got this independent from a qualified professional doctor in this condition, says this had not. But if in the second one they say no, the first one says your condition has improved. The second one, the VA sends you to, say it doesn't. They have to give you the veteran the benefit of the doubt. Come on now. Depressed because treatment feels fruitless. Yeah, I hope you feel better. Everybody show love to our brother Jay Oliver. Yeah, I know how that's rough, brother. Prayers. Everybody show love to my brother Jay Oliver. God bless brother Jay Oliver and brother Neil and those that have had surgeries, struggles, procedures, having psychological problems. We ask that you bless them now, God, and keep them strong, including myself. In Jesus' name, amen. Yeah, we love you. Yes, indeed. Share here. Now, family, let's continue. Thank you for sharing, fam. Now, we breaking it down all kind of ways, aren't we? We going to break it down. You ain't going to get the 5-year rule confused with nothing. We going to give you all kind of information. Say, yeah, Jay, sending you love. Yes, indeed. J.O., blessings and prayers and love. Amen. From Ear Will. Come on now. Now, we giving you the law. Look what, so go look it up. Reexaminations, 3.327 reexaminations. If you want to know more about the 5-year rule, here we go. The 5-year rule, VA will not schedule periodic reexaminations for service-connected disabilities if the condition has remained stable, no improvement for 5 years or more. But if they do, they gotta what? They can't reduce you without more than 1 exam. Now, you know, they'll do little stuff now, but they don't supposed to after you had it for 5 years. And if they plan on doing it, they better have some evidence, and they better get that evidence with 2 exams showing that it improved. Everybody's showing love. 668, keep your head up in the game, Jay Oliver. Yes, indeed. Jay Oliver, we all get that way prayers. Yes, indeed. Better days ahead. And that's why I'm so glad you're back. I know it ain't easy for you to be here, but we love you because it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard for all of us. So the conditions, family, that are most likely, let's say you've had them for 5 years, the conditions that are most likely to have substantial and gainful improvement, most likely to be reduced, are mental health conditions like, number one, mental health conditions and PTSD like PTSD and depression, musculoskeletal injuries like back pain and joint problems, number two. Number three, respiratory conditions like sleep apnea, COPD, and asthma. Number four, auditory issues like hearing loss and tinnitus. So these are the main ones. If they're not permanent now, if they're not permanent or permanent total for mental health, and certain other because some of them don't have 100% rating. Put the number of the one that you have. Put the number of the one that you have if it's not permanent. Well, even if it's permanent, just put it in there. I got number one, even though it's permanent. That's one that most. These are the conditions most likely to get reduced. Number one for me. Now let's see. Jay Oliver say, let me pull this off so y'all can see it. When you get your periodic assessment, you make sure, this is what he says, to denote the impact of mental health and pain with condition limitations I meant. Yes. So if you have if it's a cervical condition and it causes a physical condition causes you mental stress, that's secondary. Mental health can be secondary. Yes, indeed. Depression. Oh, thank you, brother. It's affecting your mental health. Now look, back had to get some lifer juice. Hang in there, Jay Oliver. Prayers. Mine is on the top of the list. Mental health, which is PTSD. That's one of the conditions most likely to be reduced. Neil Stepp say number one, mental health. Betty Bob says that's the number two. That's the second most likely. Musculoskeletal problems, back and joint and other ones. Charlton say hearing loss and tinnitus, number four. Okay. See, we need to know these things so we're not caught off guard. Because remember, the VA is looking at these notes, not necessarily looking at ours, but they're looking for these things. And so Congress is too. They're looking for what they call the low-hanging fruit. But if we know how to protect ourselves, they can't do nothing to us. Number three, respiratory conditions like sleep apnea and asthma. That's and number one. This is what Jimmy Elmore, and mental health. 66 Love say mental health and musculoskeletal issues. Backwards Law say auditory issues like hearing loss and tinnitus. Jay Oliver say 1, 2, and 4, dealing with mental health conditions, musculoskeletal problems, and number 4, auditory issues like hearing loss and tinnitus. Now listen, Neil Stepp say worried about losing my PTSD is making it worse. Now we're going to talk about that, okay? How long have you had it? Is it a temporary? Why are you worried about it? What percentage is it, brother? Let us know. Because if you 0 to 90%, they don't really call you in. They can, but they don't always. Did we do it? Now we going over it in more detail, family. Look here. H-Town got the law quoted up at the top. Look at this. You're 30%. They ain't gonna mess with you. You just go get your treatment, and as it get document, take your treatment, go see your doctor. At least don't do it twice a year. Do it at least 3 to 4 times. So that means what? Every 3 months or more if necessary. Make sure they have you on medicine for your mental health. You hear me? Thanks. This is what H-Town, I got this here. We got you. You understand, homie? We got you. Now look, in the 5-year rule, 38 CFR 3.327, reexaminations. I didn't get the whole law, but a portion. This is what the law says. VA will not schedule periodic reexaminations for service-connected disabilities if the condition has remained stable for 5 years or more. All right? They shouldn't mess with you. All right? Now, this is the 5-year rule. We capping the 5-year rule. Protects veterans from having their disability ratings reduced after 5 years if it has remained unchanged. You see how they said if? You see that weasel word, slick word? The VA always got a back door, an exception. You watch them, that slick talk. Everybody show love to Bluebird. Everybody show love. And I'm going to get to y'all comment in a second. Next. VA can only reduce a rating if, this is what the 5-year rule, the VA can only reduce a rating if they can prove the disability has substantially and continuously improved. They got to prove it. Where your evidence at, VA? All this therapy and stuff I got, my doctor says it's getting worse. Have your evidence together. Pull your chart. Take it. Hey, doc, I don't know why they got me in here, Miss or Mr. CMP examiner, because my doctor say I'm in bed. Ask your doctor, is my condition getting worse? Will you write that in my notes? Where is it in my notes? Now listen, next, VA cannot reduce a rating based on a single exam. Bingo. They have to send you to at least 2 exams to reduce you under the 5-year rule, because it is a stabilized rating. Am I making sense? Let us know. Now listen to what our brother says. Brother Charlton, my first total hearing exam after service 1981 was VA 2002. Okay. Didn't know was rateable till 2019. Thanks, YouTube. Yes, indeed. YouTube. Come on, family. Put YT in the YT for YouTube. If YouTube has helped you with your claims, put YT in the chat. If it's helped you win a claim, it's helped reduce your anxiety, put like Charlton, YT in the chat. Thanks to YouTube. Put YouTube in there if it's helped you. Or you can put Twitter, whoever, but YouTube in particular. Come on, let us know. Look at that. 101 say YouTube help him. Jay Oliver say YouTube help him. Bluebird say YouTube help him. Helped him. Jimmy Elmore say YouTube helped him. Now listen what Bluebird says. I don't have time to worry about my mental health decreasing. I'm currently seeking treatment for mental health and won't stop. This is how you keep your anxiety down. Keep taking the medicine. When it don't work, tell the doctor to adjust your medicine if it ain't helping you sleep. It ain't helping with your anger impulses. That's all showing you continue to seek treatment, even if your condition is getting worse. Come on now. And I have receipts that it can be worse than my current mental health. So it's a non-concern. Even if your condition gets better, let's say your condition, his mental health gets better a little bit. It has to be substantial. It has to be substantial. It can't just be a little improvement. So if you go in the CMP exam, or they send you to one for after the 5-year rule, and they say your condition got a little better, that ain't good enough. It has to be substantial and over a protracted period of time. It has to at least be over a 4 or 6 month period. But how they gonna know that? By you telling them. So Novell says YouTube. Prior to YouTube, I thought I only qualified for 10% for tinnitus. Wow. Now that's how you get for tinnitus, but other things. Listen what Ear will say. In H-Town, we trust, respect. Now listen. Backwoods Law say always listen in the exams. Them CFP exam, be listening. The last 2 I have done just gave me a big one to get in my records with my CMP, my primary care physician, PCP. 2 MDs asked why chronic pain was not listed with 20 years of Tramadol scripts. Now, this is what I want you, if you have to go again, You ask them, say, Doc, can you put that in there? Because you know they could diagnose you with something else while they're there. Because they haven't put it in my notes. Can you note that in the notes? They can diagnose you. You can get rated for something that you didn't even go to the exam for. Did you know that? So next time, encourage them doctors to write it in there. Doc, if you think I got it, can you diagnose it? And tell them how bad it is? Because the VA have to acknowledge that. Ask them if they talking that good. Did you know that? H-Town breaking it down. And we got our brother in here, Backwoods Law, and the rest of y'all giving extra information. Now, did we cover the 5-year rule? Did we cover the 5-year rule? Now we going, and the 5-year rule is the stabilized rating. Huh? So you stable in a bad place, but you're stable. Huh? And they can't just take it away. Now we on to the 10-year rule. Uh-oh. Now listen to the words. Don't get it twisted. 10-year rule, protected service connection. What's protected, family? Family. Is your percentage rating protected? Your service connection protected? Or both? Which one's under the 10-year rule? What is protected? Let us know. Huh? You're still protected under the 5-year rule. Now let's see what we got here. J. Oliver say, pay attention to VBA appointment check-ins with the nurse. They ask you questions about stress, pain, falls, and feelings. Yes, indeed. That is evidence and documentation. And go make sure they did it right. Go in the blue button like our sister Alaskan Ice would say. Ensure you match your answer with your rated condition diagnosis. Come on now. Are we doing this thing? Now listen to what Backwoods Law say. Yep, they did not put it in, but my doctor is going to explain it. Ask them next time, ask them. See, I just thought about this now. If a doctor say you got some, doctor, can you document it? Because the VA will consider that. They might even help. That'll help me. Ask them that. Now I say, the doc explained it on my upcoming appointment with the VA. I also put it in a secure message to my healthcare team so it would be noted. Doc will DX. Let them know that that doctor said that in there. And if they ask that doctor will say, okay, I did say that. That's CMP doctor. Service connection, okay. That's what's protected. Now listen to what he said. Jimmy Elmore said, what's protected? Your service connection is protected. Not your percentage rating, your service connection. You could be 100% and they can take you down to 0%. Huh? Are you listening? So with the 10, when you get to the 10-year rule, this is another milestone, another way to get there. So when you have a condition for 10 years, I got good news. You listening? The good news is they can never take your service connection away. So if it's for PTSD, once I've had it for 10 years, they can never take it away. So I'm straight on that. When it comes to tinnitus, once you've had it for 10 years, Charlton, they can never take it away. You locked in. They can never take away your service connection. You listening? Same thing. And then go back to your effective date. That's when you start. Okay? Your 10-year start. Bad news, though. So we got good news and bad news. They may not be able to take your service connection away. Okay? Oh, boy, that's one of these things. I didn't shorten it up. Give me a second. Bad news. They can't take your service connection away. Uh-oh. But they can reduce you to 0%. Are you listening to me? You could be 170 or 30. They can't take your service connected. You'll just be service connected at 0%. Or they can, they can reduce you to something else, but they can take it all the way down to 0. Tell me if I'm making sense. The 10-year rule protects your service connection for the disability, not the rating or the measure of severity. Huh? Let the intake person know that you are service-connected depressed. You can no longer do things you used to do. Yes, indeed. Let them know. Unless, let's see, unless I get locked up, felony H-Town. No, you're right. Now, if you get, they still can't take your service connection from. They can reduce your percentage. You get locked up, they take you down 10% while you locked up. They don't usually do no evaluation. So you don't lose your service connection. So for example, my service connection is related to, me being an armor crewman in Desert Storm. So I can never lose that once I had it for 10 years. Okay? And whatever you have for 10 years. So let's go over that. Here go the law, right? Has H-Town been breaking it down to you? The 10-year rule. The VA cannot terminate service connection for a disability that has been in place for at least 10 years unless there was evidence of fraud. However, rating percentage can be reduced to 0. So you say backwards law says making sense. And like we said, here go the law for service connection. Are you listening? This is another law at the bottom, 38 CFR 3.957, service connection. That's what it covers in 38 CFR. People argue with me, and I say all you have to do is look at the rule, argue with the rule. They haven't argued about this, but I'm saying back when I was just putting out videos, I'm saying I put the law right there and quoted it. Now, family, we're going to go into more detail here. Listen. So y'all don't be confused. We're on the 10-year rule. We done the 5. We're about to finish up the 10. 38 CFR 3.957, service connection. Service connection for any disability which has been in effect for 10 years or more will not be severed. They won't take it away, but they might reduce you. Now let's see. Say read the book and get the answers if you in doubt. Do here, put 38 CFR, put the 38 CFR, or put CFR if you've ever read the law book, 38 CFR. Put 38 CFR or put say no in the chat if you haven't. Now everybody show love to Scrap Guy. Everybody should say, H, it's love now. Scrap always coming in with it. Thank you. So backwards have read the 38 CFR. Put 38 CFR in the chat if you've ever read it, up on your condition in particular. Jay Oliver has read the 38 CFR. So you can get it offline too. Just put your condition in. Say 38 CFR in your condition. Nomad has not. Betty has. Then we have, I don't know, Cornelius. I don't know how to say that. I'm going to call you, I don't know how you say that. I'm going to call you Neil. Don't get mad at me. Neil. I don't know how to say it. Everybody show love to Neil, saying hi to Scrap, and Neil saying what? 38 CFR, you read it. Put 38 CFR, put no if you haven't read it. All right. Family. Say Big C. Let us know the state. If you haven't been there before, let us know your branch of service, state or country that you're currently living in. If you're not in the military, just, you cool too. Let us know. Everybody show love to Neil. Cornelians. Everybody show love. So Charlton hadn't read the 38 CFR. Now we're going to read farther about the 10-year rule. If a service-connected condition has been recognized for 10 years or more, the VA cannot completely terminate or sever that service connection. We're going to go Army, 29 years, respect. Said that'll bring you to the fair. Okay, yeah. Now listen. Okay. Now listen, let's continue. Next, even if your conditions improve past the point of disability, the VA must keep the service connection intact. However, they can still lower your percentage paid out in medical evidence support if medical evidence support a reduction. Did you hear me? Come on. I think you can even buy it. You can buy the 30s, but it updates. You got to get it where it updates. Let's talk about it. Uh-oh, the 55-year rule. Now, what I want y'all to put, I'm going to step away for a second. Look, you got to give me some cold ice water. Look, I want to know who in here meets the 55-year rule, increase his starts. If you qualify for the 55-year rule, put 3 in the chat because that's on number 3. Or you know what? Yeah, put 55 in the chat. If you qualify for the 55-year rule, if you're 55 years or older and you have a VA disability, put 55 in the chat. If you don't, say not yet. If you're too young, put not. You can put 3 or 55. Yeah. Come on now, put in the chat. Let's know. Let us know. Now we're going over the 55-year rule. Give me a moment, and I'll be right back. Whoo, family, there's a lot of y'all qualify for the 55-year rule. Double nickels. Y'all out of control. Let's see who qualifies for the 55-year rule. So Nomad said him. So, I did say 3 at first. So it means 55-year rule. H-Town, that means you exempt from re-examinations once you reach the age of 55. Huh? Let's talk about it. H-Town does. I'm 57. I'll be 58 this year. Do I still got my good side? Which side my good side? Huh, fam? Which side? Now, Nomad qualify for the 55-year rule. If you have a VA disability and you're over 55, that protects your conditions, even if you got the condition last year. Even though you may not qualify for the 5-year rule, being over 55 will help you. Jimmy Elmore qualifies for the 55-year rule. You're exempt from re-examinations once you turn the age of 55 and you have service-connected disabilities. Is H-Town breaking it down? Now, Betty Bob say 55. Scrappy say 55. Charlton say 55 or more, y'all. 55 over at least 55. Jay Oliver 55. All of us old salty dogs. Yes, indeed. Now, 66 say backwood. y'all invested. Y'all stuff. I mean, y'all cutting up. Double nickels. Look at it. What you know about the nickel? I'm from the nickel, Charlton. Charlton, I'm from the nickel. I'm from Fifth Ward. They call it the bloody fifth. The nickel. Because it was Fifth Ward, the number, Yes, indeed. Now, I am over 55, way over. They ain't really messing with you. Except, there's always exceptions with the VA. Static conditions are exempt as well. Yes, indeed. 60. Okay, you 60. Over 55. I'm 50. Y'all better be here for my birthday in September 19th. I want to see y'all. 68. Oh, well, you're going to make me put my age in there. Y'all don't have to do it, but some of it, I ain't asking y'all. I'm just putting it because they doing it. Peer pressure works on me. Fam, are we doing this thing? H-Town 57. Now listen, family. Let's go to 55-year rule. That Cornelius is what? Is 63. So when you older, this should give you more comfort because we're going to talk about the 55-year rule. They honor it more than they do the 100% permanent total or the permanent rule. Huh? Now look, if somebody came through with the donation, say, look what our brothers say. Everybody show love to the Service Connection. One to the plate. Let's give H-Town a few bucks. We ain't turning nothing down but our collar, and we don't even have one on right now. Now listen, Scrappy say 64. Jimmy Elmore 59. We got some boomers in the house. Yes, indeed. Listen, watch out, H-Town is a Virgo. Oh, look, I'm on my best Christian behavior. We Virgos are sensitive and kind. Huh? Let your guard down. It's going to be all right. Look, all young blood, 72. Charlton just done trumped us. Anybody can trump Charlton in here. Anybody. I love ice water like my grandmother. She loved cold water. Yes, indeed. Come on now. We kind of taking a little stop. We getting to this 55. Thank you so much for the love and blessings from you, the Service Connection 1. Yes. Don't get that Virgo triggered. Oh, y'all cutting up. Charlton is the king. Oh, look at here. We got doing my part from one of one. Thank you for the donation. Y'all donations always help. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 young ones that I got through school, and look at them. You see what the music at? Somebody give me the violin music. And they staying with me now, and they going, it's hard economic times, and we need something for the building fund to add on to the church. Is H-Town out there hustling? Thank y'all for all that y'all do. Say, doing my part. Thank you, 101. And thank you, the Service Connection. Thank all of you just being in here. Please, sir. Blessings. Say, H-Town Virgos will have you 50 ways to leave your lover. I ain't doing it now. I'm on my best Christian behavior. I ain't doing none of that. I'm a Southern man. I talk slow, I don't have a game like that. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Yeah, if I come up and say, you got a man? She say, oh, I got a man. I say, is he treating you right? No, I ain't gonna do that. I'm just joking. No, I ain't gonna do that. I'm just joking around, family. Don't give me no trouble here. Don't give me no trouble. I'm just having fun now. H-Town. Let's deal with that 55-year rule. They see it kind of a retirement age. They see it. That's why I got to be careful sometimes, Neil, because I joke. One time I was let me tell y'all something. Y'all got me. I know I'm cutting up. I got to be careful with my cutting up because one time I was in the store, right? I was in Costco. My niece just reminded me of this. I called my daughter, my niece, baby. I say, baby, get this or that. We in the line. Now look at me. My niece in front of me. I said, baby, make sure you put that on the thing. A lady turned around and just looked at me. I said, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm talking to my family. I'm sorry. My niece, that make my niece laugh. I said, that ain't funny, because she look at me. Then her man walk up and start popping me upside the head. I'm in trouble. I said, no, ma'am. She said, you real apologetic. I said, she looked at me like I was like she was my baby. No, I'm talking to family right now. You got to be careful, man. I don't mean no harm. I ain't saying I'm no heck of dude. Man, a big old 6 foot tall dude comes up. I got to keep proving my love. No, you ain't got to prove it today, partner. She yours. I want no problem. Betty Bob say, thank you so much for the beautiful blessings and love. Oh, boy, y'all. I'm cutting up. I don't mean to cut up, family. I do it sometime, but I love y'all. Now let's say, shoot the arms crossed saying, with the arms crossed saying, mm-hmm. Family, we love y'all. Now listen, what do you think is a legitimate retirement age that the VA should consider? Is 55 that age? What do you think? If it's a difference, is it 65? What do you think the VA, how should it be what a VA is? Should it be 55? Come on, let us know. What age do you think that the VA consider? Retire at 55? Is that the age? Is that a good age that they have for veterans not checking our benefits? What's a good one? 101 say 60. What's a good retirement age? Overall, let's say leaving job. Let's say it like that. 101, I'm saying leaving the job and everything. Neil Steps say 60. Then they say, there go you getting in the last time. So look at this. This is amazing. 101 say 60. So if you retire from these jobs, it could be the job. I'm sorry, don't that just be the VA. But what's a good retirement age in your mind? Neil Steps say 60. Jalva say 47. Wow. That's a good. You still helped enough to travel most of the time. Nomad say 55. Jimmy Elmore say 55. Say H-Town of Virgo in the South. That's H-Town national anthem. 50 ways to leave your lover. Listen, I'm going to tell you, boy, and you know what'll keep you in trouble? Women from Philly, from New York, I'm talking about New York City. Them women, boy, they trouble. You gotta watch them. They smooth, but them women to get you in trouble. And what's that other one? It's another one. Philly. What's that other area? I love all women, but what's that other one? Sometimes them Cali women, but it's another one up on that East Coast border. Y'all better watch them women from Philly. I think even New Jersey. Watch them, and you watch them close. Oh, that East Coast is trouble. Now listen. Now let me see. Okay, now Betty, Backwoods Law say the only age they care about is 62 for pension purposes, and they also consider you totally disabled at that age. What age can you get your Social Security? You can start drawing Social Security disability. Social Security, just Social Security. What is the age? You can first draw it at what age? Because y'all say, is it 62? Let me know. Put SS, Social Security, and what age? Betty's saying, yeah, 62 is a good retirement age. Now, Charlton say that just overall retirement, 55 is good because veterans wear out 10 years early. Yes, we do. I never thought about that like that, Charlton. Now, Scrappy says 55 is good. It was my goal, but didn't get retired until 63. Okay, respect. Now we have Rose City D in the house, says good evening, H-Town vet, and salute the chat. Come on now, you know what's up. Now look and say, sounds like you've had some stories, H-Town vet. I've heard some things. I don't know. I just heard, from a friend. The Philly girls something else, boy, I tell you. they what's a John? They say John this and John that. And the New York girl, I tell you, girl, slow down. Man, you can't get one over on those New York women, boy. They sharp. Listen. Backwoods law say 67 unless you a boomer. Okay, 62, Social Security. So Social Security now it's 67? My Lord. If you're younger than a boomer, I'm a boomer. I'm not a boomer. No, I'm a Gen Xer. So I got to wait to 67. Jim Elmore say 62. Nomad say 62. Social Security 62. Oh, you saying just the regular one. But Social Security, y'all say 62, Betty says. But I think y'all saying it for that. Nomad saying it for 62 too. Jim Elmore say 62 for Social Security. Scrappy say 62 for Social Security. Now listen. 62 is when Medicare comes online. Boy, y'all teaching me some stuff. Family, you looking at that age. I think a good retirement age is 63, but that's if you have all your ducks in a row where you're financially able to retire. Okay. Now, listen. The jaw, okay. 18 years enlisted, 20 years active duty, 9 to 10 years, your body wear out at 47. You are slower and sore. Yes, and that's slower and sore. 65 for Medicare backwoods. Okay. I ain't still sitting down until 67. Now, I want to ask y'all a question now, family. Some of the civilians might get mad at my question. 65 for Medicare. Don't make me use the cast iron skillet like a tennis racket. Oh, that's some Southern stuff right there. Huh? Like a tennis racket. Y'all ain't from the South. You ain't never had nobody put that iron skillet on you. I've had that iron skillet come my way. That was my big mama. I didn't clean the food out of it, and I slid it up under there with eggs in it. She woke me up. 67, 68 is when you get the full SS. All right. Let me ask y'all this. Who gonna do it when you get the full at 67 or 68? Who gonna get it at 62? Your Social Security, I want to know. We're talking Social Security. 62 or 67? Let us know. For you, personally. If you're already getting it because you got disability, you straight. But if you was 62 or 67, which one would you do? Who gonna do the full when it's 67? Or you can just put full. You can tell me when you got yours. I'm doing the full. Okay. Now, Jimmy Elmore says, got it now at 59. Okay. So you must have Social Security disability. 62 or 67? I don't know. I need to know from y'all so I can get some idea. I can work and still collect. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going it at 67 for the full payout. Already got VA. Okay. Full or 62? Full or 62? Let us know. I might still be doing part way at, I guess, part time at 72. Okay. Betty says she's going for the full. And Charlton say, I took it at 62, reduced 28%. I'm 57, about to be 58. I got a 4-year wait. I don't know, fam. I don't know. Because if you make other income, if once you get 62, if I make other income, will that mess with it? Or they take my Social Security away while I'm making other income? Rose City D say full. Now, he said, Betty Bobs, I still use a cast iron for my cornbread. I don't think she think about cornbread. 66 Love say full. 66 better flavor. Have better flavor. Yes, indeed. The cast. Just got a cast iron. It's like a flat thing. You can cook pancakes and cook outdoors with it. I'm gonna cook it in the house though. Now, look at it talking about that hot jiffy cornbread. 66 Love say 67 get my full Social Security and my pension from my job. Now, I'm about to ask you a controversial question. All right. Get it early. Get that money. Waiting only gives them time to take more from you. But if your health is good, go for it. Come on now. Look at when you're 62 and see if you think you need it then. Okay, I'll do that. I retired at 58. Now, Ro, the women in my family taught me better than that. Okay, taught me better than that. Now let's see. And this is what Neil Stepp says. And a lot of people don't prepare. Young people watch this. They may not engage as much, but they be here. So we want y'all to know from my experiences and get this thing right. Neil Stepp say, if you take it before you reach the full, they will mess with your money a bit. Do you regret taking it at 62, Charlton? Because I'm considering both 62, 67. Now, I took 62, my service PTSD. I had to leave my full-time employment. I understand you needed the funds. That makes it 66. You better learn how to make it from scratch. Listen, I want to ask y'all this here. Given the new veterans, the young veterans that are in our military people in now, what do you think is a reasonable age for these veterans, what they're going through? What would be for a veteran, any veteran, but particularly these ones now, should they be retired at a lower age than the average population? Lower or the same? Put lower. Should veterans be able to retire before the civilian population? Put same or lower. If you think they should be able to retire the same, put same. If not, put lower. Come on now, family. No man say lower. Neil Stepp say lower. Retire early, lower. Okay. Jimmy Elmore say that military should be able to retire lower. So 62 is not Social Security disability. No. Now you get it before you turn 62. It turns into regular once you get 62. Jimmy Elmore say lower. Retire early, lower. That's why a lot of people be kind of mad. Same there, the money before retirement, no matter when they take it. Okay. Now listen. This is an interesting position. I think lower because of the wear and tear on the veteran's body, because of a lot of mental health conditions, because they serve their country. I'm just asking. Now you got some veterans retiring at 21. Huh? You can if you have a job that lets you buy your military time. Let me ask you this here. What you think should be the cutoff if a veteran becomes disabled and to get he or she get their full benefits? What's too young to retire? What should be the lowest age that a veteran can retire? What is the lowest age? What's the age cutoff for a veteran to retire early? No younger than. What should be the age cutoff? They can't retire before they're 21 years old. They got to be at least 21. Jimmy Elmore said they have to be 55. 101 say 40. Charlton say 62. Betty say 55. That should be the cutoff. Now, also depends on your job, current, county, state. If you still able to get it, as long as you have 20, you can fully retire with the pension. That is what I did. Okay. Now, fam, let's talk about this 55-year rule. Come on now, fam. Oh, we've been doing it tonight. Let me ask y'all this here. Did the 5-year rule and 10-year rule, is it clear? Let me know if it's pretty clear. The 5-year rule and the 10-year rule. If they were clear, let me know. Put in the chat. If one was not clear, put which one was not clear. If they were both clear, just put clear in the chat. Now, veterans, Crystal, okay. All right. All right. Y'all saying it's clear. Yes, indeed. Now, so, wow. Everybody say, Backwoods Law said it was crystal clear. Then Rainbow, everybody show love. Hello, checking in and going back to work. Thumbs up. Thank you so much. We got 21 likes and 20 watching. Thank y'all so much. Jimmy Elmore says clear. So Charlton say the 5-year and 10-year rule are clear. We got about 3 more to go. Nomad say clear. And if it's not clear, go back over the video and watch it, okay? Until the part you need, or watch the whole thing. Clear as mud. Oh, that's mud. Okay. Let me know if it's not clear. Okay. Now listen. Veterans that retire, as we get older and we get injuries, 55-year rule, the VA takes that into consideration. Once you turn 55, that's less likely for you to go back to work. Huh? All the veterans, right? We got to consider this. Let's talk about it. Oh, here we go, the 55-year rule. Are you ready for the law? Huh? On the 55-year rule. 38 CFR reexaminations. Huh? I'm going to give you the specific law down to the letter and numbers. It's going to be 3.327. That's in the upper right-hand corner in the little white box. B24 or IV. No periodic reexaminations will be scheduled. This is the law. In cases of the veterans over 55 years of age, except, now listen to, in the VA slick, except under unusual circumstances. What in the heck is unusual circumstances? If I'm 55, I'm not going back to, I can't work no full time like that, most likely anymore. What are these unusual circumstances? What do you think the VA mean by, what is an unusual circumstance to you? Y'all guesstimate. Now listen, now we're going down to the check marks for the 55-year rule. Once a veteran turns 55 years old, the VA generally stops scheduling routine periodic examination, periodic compensation and pension reexaminations. Okay? Follow me. Because routine reevaluations are the primary way the VA discovers medical improvements. What's the main way they discover medical improvements? Through reexaminations, not going through your records. Hopefully you ain't going up there and say, I'm healed. Now listen, because you're not a doctor, you can't make that determination. Turning 55 effectively shields many veterans from the reduction process entirely. It says many veterans, most veterans. Are we making sense? Say generally and many veterans, this rule seems fragile. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just reporting the news. Look, we got a skeptic. 101 says this seems fragile, don't it? What do y'all think? It's general and many veterans. Do you feel reassured by those statements? Yes or no? Put a Y in the chat if that's reassuring to you. Put an N in the chat for no if it's not. Now listen to what Charlton says. I love y'all. Y'all been wonderful. Suppose a 55-year-old disabled veteran marries an 18-year-old girl. Well, he must be healthy. I don't know if they can use the who you married as to determine your health. Listen, no, you say no. I forgot what my question was, family. What was my question? Somebody tell me. Y'all know each time I got memory problems. Let us continue. Now, listen. Watch what they put in that mail. Might be a blessing or some slick stuff. He must be healthy or wealthy. Go ahead now. Come on now. If service connected, that his income don't count. Don't not use. And watch. If you got it through fraud, that's a problem. Sugar daddy. Say, I'll pay your rent. Don't worry about a thing. All them young guys, don't listen to them. Huh? He say, I want to be your sugar daddy, buy you everything. He must be healthy or wealthy. Let's see. Y'all something else. Now, fraud, 55 years old, that's one of the exceptions. If you committed fraud to get it, 55 ain't enough, right? Now, listen. Other things, if you're getting treatment for cancer, that's another. I don't know why. This is one of those vague areas where if you're getting treatment for cancer, even if you're over 55, you may still be able to get a reexamination or reduction. Now, man, that is H-Town Vet Northside on payday. No coming, not me, huh? I wasn't raised like that. Listen. Remember, the veteran, how old was she when she got reduced for fraud? How old was she? Do y'all remember the female veteran? And how much did she steal? She pretended like she couldn't walk at all. She had her son and her sister being her caregivers, and she was traveling the world. Huh? How old was she? Was she over 55? If you don't remember age, or was she under 55? Now, how does one commit fraud in this, what seems like strict process? Well, this is one that did it. She was 58, bro. She looked good for her age, too. She looked very good. She's a female veteran, 58. She did it. 101. We did a video. Go watch this here, too. I forget her name, but she pretends she couldn't walk. The VA found out. They clawed back. How much was she getting every month, family? Tell 101 and the rest of the family how much she got. She was 58. That's how old she was at the time she was prosecuted. And they prosecuted her and her son and her sister. I think prosecuted her for what, about $1 million? Over $1 million. How much was she getting monthly from the VA? Some pull it off. 101. It has to be a concerted effort. That is for sure. And her concerted effort was she had her son being a caregiver, but he's working a full-time job when he's supposed to be taking care of her. Had her sister being a caregiver, but she was working a full-time job. And she was throwing them out some change. She was disabled, but not to the level that she said. But she ended up losing all of her disability, which I'm not saying. Who do you think it's fair that they took all her disability, even the disabilities that she was actually service connected for? Do you think that's fair or unfair? It was how much, Jimmy said? A month. She was getting $11,000 a month, tax-free money. She was under the caregiver program and 100% and special monthly compensate, all that good stuff. special monthly compensation, I think. But she was on the caregiver program. High payment, that can alert the VA to evaluate you. Greed is what it is. Was that fair? Sugar daddy is right. God dog, listen. Yeah, she has SMCL and 100%. She was making over 10,000 as I recall. Yeah, she's making 11,000 to be exact. Y'all cutting up. Let's see. We read that one. Yes, indeed, family. Are we doing this thing? Family, we at number 4. We got 2 more to do. Are we doing this thing tonight? Dang, yes, indeed. Now let's talk about the 4th level of protection, 100% permanent total, which is the highest scheduler rating with the least restrictions. Scheduler means it's the highest percentage at 100%, but it's not just 100%. It kind of goes over all the other 300% because it has the least restrictions, less than the other ones. Come on, let's talk about it. This is me. Talk about it. Come on, let's talk about it. This is the protection. Who has 100% or think they deserve 100% PNT? That your condition is that bad? Put PNT in the chat or 100% PNT in the chat if you feel like your conditions reflect 100% rating or you have one already. You ain't got to distinguish whether you got it or not. Just tell me whether you think you deserve it or you have it already. Now, yeah, that is crazy fraud to pull off. It took a lot of people to do it. Jimmy Elmore said, you are flying through this. Come on, family. I read it. I show it to you where you can visually look at it, and I read it so people that are at work, they can hear it. Come on now, family. Who has the time to do this with you? Who has 100%? You ain't got to distinguish where you got it. Or you can if you want to, and you think you deserve it because of your condition. Now the VA will, now listen to what Charlton say. The VA picked on her because she went on an ocean cruise, sailor woman. Yeah, they seem like I feel like they went too hard on her. Give her time and give her a chance to get her benefits back. You know, maybe I'm a softie, maybe, maybe I think I'm a hypocrite. I don't know. But, the military message has us all kind of wow. I'm working on it. Are you working on that PNT? Jimmy Elmore say PNT. Rose City say PNT. Got it. 101 say PNT. Come on now. Let's continue. And for those that don't, some may not even want it, but you get the most you deserve. And if you get it, don't turn it down. There's people that have turned down 100% permanent total. Now, understand the 4 types of 100%. And remember, we said 100% permanent total, say no limits. Well, how the other ones limited? Well, temporary 100% is limited because it's only for a certain amount of time. Once you get certain event, not amount of time. Once you get the corrective surgery, once it's amount of time, if you have a mental health condition, you're hospitalized for 6 months, you have it for 6 months after you get out of the hospital as a veteran, or you have a stabilized rating for mental health, getting out of the military, they're going to let you keep the 100% for mental health for a year, temporary 100%. You actually at 100% scheduler, but they don't know what your condition going to do over time. So they're going to give you a reevaluation to see if your condition has stayed the same or gotten worse. If it stayed the same, they're going to give you 100% permanent total. Huh? Now, 100% permanent total, we talked about, that's the limit. Oh, other limits on a temporary 100%, since there's so many kinds. When you do it for surgery, you have to wait till the event of the surgery happening. After that, they're going to give you the rehab period for 4 months most of the time. And after that, they're going to reduce you from the 100% temporary and pay you for the residuals. All right? So if you had prostate cancer, they took out your prostate. Now you have incontinence so you may need diapers or other things. They pay you for the residual. More diapers, the more money you get. Now look, fraud sucks, makes us all look bad when they pull that BS. Yes, it does. Lieutenant Gage be all on it, don't it? Oh, look. Now, agree, Scrappy. We got eyes on us as veterans already. Yes, indeed. Now listen, the last ones, the restrictions are a lot different. Okay, when it deals with unemployability, two types. Number 3, which is IU, individual unemployability, that's a temporary rating, right? So that's limited to a time of till you have a reevaluation. They may schedule it 3 to 5 years out, and if it's improved, they might reduce you from unemployability back to you, whatever your percentage, between 60 and 90% back to that, or they may leave it the same with unemployability, or they may give you an increase. They might give you a permanent total rating, which they did for me, but you can request the permanent total rating. Or they may give you TDIU, which is pretty much the same thing. Say 100% permanent total, okay. Agree, Scrappy, we got eyes on us veterans. Now let's see. But we're talking about 100% permanent total as a form of protective service. So with that, remember we went over some of this last night, but I got to, you getting the highest percentage rate, which is about $4,000 a month, right? For about 4,000, hold on. About 4,000 a month, $3,938.58 for the veteran. That's not including your dependents or special monthly compensation. And you get other federal benefits, no work restrictions. And once you've had 100% permanent total for 20 years, you locked in at the highest rate with the most benefits. And you got the rating protections. You got all that when you're 100% permanent total. Then if you have Social Security too. So remember, let's see what our brothers say here. Let's see. TDIU makes it very difficult for them to lower you. Yes, indeed, because that's a permanent rating. Also opens up Social Security disability concurrent receipt, meaning you can receive 100% permanent total or TDIU, which is a form of permanent unemployability. You can receive your Social Security and your VA without no offset if it's Social Security disability insurance, not SSI. I don't know if they do I mean, we talked they may do an offset on that. I'm not for sure. Now let's get to it. Why this is a protected rating. And I want y'all to follow us, fam, okay? 100% permanent total schedule. It means you actually 100% and it's permanent. Total means that you're paid at the 100% rate. Permanent means static, not likely to improve significantly over the remainder of a veteran's life. Not likely to improve. You hear that? Ain't that some slick talk? Not likely to improve. Now listen to the other slick talk. No future exam schedule. It don't say you don't have no future exams. It say none scheduled. No future exam. It say no future exams on the code sheet, but that don't mean they won't schedule for it. But you pretty much set. Next, you can work without any limits on employment or income. We made that clear here, didn't we? And thanks Raider HQ for being there when we went over that, because he's a Raider. He's been saying it, but now they said it at Congress. Now let's see what y'all got here. So there's no work limits if you're 100% permanent total. H-Town, what about my, I have a handicap? No, if they can do the accommodations, you can work. What about if I got a mental health condition, H-Town, like depression, PTSD? Technically, the rule is you can work with a 100% permanent total rating. I mean, 100% rating for mental health. However, because it is defined as the VA defines the mental health as health rating as total occupational and social impairment. Actively working full time can lead to future review of your disability. That's if they find out. I mean, that you going over there to tell them? That's their back door, so they can't. I had a word for it. They can't. Did I put it on my phone? I had a word for it. they can't legally, they can't touch it, but they can try to find a wiggle way some other way in there. Now let's see and at 100% permanent total, you get free dental, which is very important, can be very expensive. And dependents, remember 2025, 549,324 dependents, meaning survivors that a veteran died, was receiving benefits. And they receive educational benefits. That's why these protections are important. And healthcare benefits with Champ VA. Come on now. I don't know why I put that in there. Sorry about that. I meant to delete that. Now, so your rating decision, you close your permanent total. You should be good, right? They can't mess with you. You asked this earlier 101. Did you not? You said, you asked H-Town, well, case closed. I got my 100% permanent total rating decision. I'm good. Can they touch it? You was asking in so many words. Well, we about to go over that now. Some of you may not already know this, but we're going to keep it fresh. Now, let me answer these, what columns y'all got up here. TDIU makes it very difficult for them to lower you. Okay, yeah, open reoccurring. I read that one. Now, I filed for TDIU before I got 100% permanent total. Should I cancel the TDIU or go through it? If you got 100% permanent total, you better cancel that. You don't have no restrictions. Go talk to your person, because I don't know exactly what your case is. You need to remove that claim. Go ask Raider HQ too. Because that seems, I'm telling you, you better cancel that, partner, in my opinion. Because you're able to work. If they change you to TDIU, now you're not going to be able, you have restriction from work. If you are able to work, you might want to cancel the TDIU. I believe that. Yes, cancel it. If you get TDIU, you are seriously restricted on how much you can earn. Even if you're not, just cancel it. No, tell them, cancel the claim. Do that now. Tell them you already got, you don't want to do that no more. Now, look, thank you. Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Now, Benny said, I came to California to help my cousin who was 100% PNT, TDIU rating, who now either have 100% permanent total or TDIU. You don't have both of them. Rating, who was struggling to make ends meet and living in California, cost of living. That's good. Family looking out for family. Now that track, damn expensive, and to live in California. That's right back with law. Yeah, you drop that. Make sure you're 100% permanent total before you do it. Look at your award letter. See if it says that you qualify for Chapter 35 educational benefit for dependents or Champ VA healthcare. If you don't have it on there, wait. You got to make sure it's not temporary, okay? Because I don't see no evidence, so we got to be careful. Because you can say, H-Town, you told me to do it. You know, not if you're not permanent total. You might think you're permanent total. You better make sure. Verify. Oh, now look at here. So you got 100% permanent. Oh, Lord. Get this. Are we making sense? So you got it. Can they call you in for a reexamination? Yes. Yes, they can. Oh, is they likely to do it when you're 100% permanent total? No. But anything is possible. What under one circumstances? Here we go. Makes sense. You better verify. You better have it in writing and go get a current up-to-date from the VA itself that shows that you are permanent total. Have them show, hey, am I permanent total? Show me on here. Then you request to remove the TDIU. Huh? See, you got to be real careful because you might think you are, may not be. You may was when then, or they might have changed it. Check and see. Now listen, so get an up-to-date award letter. I mean, up-to-date rating decision letter and look on your VA rating code sheet and cancel that TDIU once you verify that. Now, here's exceptions to the 100% P&T rule. If the VA made an error in getting your decision, you can lose your P&T status. If you get incarcerated, you don't lose your P&T status, but you're gonna get paid at 10%. And if you're 10%, they're gonna give you 5% of your VA disability. False evidence you submitted, fraud. You open a new claim, they may look at it. Miss a CMP exam, that could cause you to lose your P&T status. Law change, if you're on the run from the POPO, fugitive of law, and it changed in a good way. It's the 20-year rule when you locked in, and we about to talk about that. Family, can we talk? Now listen to this here. Benny says he was 70% IU and sent a letter saying he was 100% permanent total, so we looked it to get the property tax reduced. Okay, so either one or the other. Is he P&T or is he unemployable? He can't be both. Good job. Okay. 101, you can call the 1-800 number and request a breakdown by mail to you. Yeah. It will tell you what the VA system says you are 100% permanent total. And you can go listen to what you can request. You can request your award letter, the one you get every year. Listen, you can request the one you get every year. It says, are you 100%? It'll say yes or no. Are you permanent total for your condition? It'll say yes or no. If you're unemployable, it'll say that. Get it. Very important to make sure you have the permanent total. Good job. Let's do it. Family, are we blessing and helping? We boiling shrimp and cussing at the same time. Listen, remember, don't trust the VA, because even though you have this protected rating, when they did this audit of the VA, one of VA regional office, they found out that they were targeting veterans with a permanent rating. 60% of the cases they were targeting, 1,901 of them. Right? The second group, these are protected races. Over 55, go down. They didn't target that. Let me make it the full screen. I'll start from the top, go work it down. The combined rating evaluation would not change. Like if they could reduce one of your percentages, but it didn't change your overall rating, they did that 38% of the time. They don't have to notify you. They can tell you after they reduce it. Did you know that? Next, the disability has not substantially improved in over 5 years. Remember, that's the 5-year rule. They still call for exams 15% of the time, which wasn't bad. Now, because they needed at least 2 exams to reduce you anyway. Let's talk about that 55-year rule. Veterans is over 55 years of age, absent unusual circumstances. Only 6%. So they really didn't mess with veterans that had was over 55. They was targeting veterans who were what? Under 55 and who had a permanent rating, because they knew that person would be getting the benefits longer than the older veteran, because they had a longer lifespan, most likely. Do you get it? They counting the numbers. Now, if the disability was at its minimal rate anyway, like if you had 0% for hearing loss or 10% for tinnitus, then they only did it 4% in the disability. They only did it 4% of the time. And the disability evaluation is 10% or less, only 4% of the time. They went for the big money. Do you hear me? They want the ones veterans under 55 and had a permanent rating. They say, we won't check them out anyway. That's why you use them rules. And you take this, what I just showed you, you take this, listen to me, and use this as evidence against them. That VA, you're breaking the rules. This is what y'all did in the past, and the authors of Inspector General say that this is unjust. Quote what they say on the book. Veterans are still being required to attend unwarranted medical reexaminations for disability benefits. You use their own article as your evidence of your claim. Tell me if I'm making sense. Y'all think H-Town playing around here? That just came to my brain. Now let's see. I will have him request it tomorrow. Thanks, guys. That's what we're here for. Now listen what Backwoods Law say. That is true too. Forgot about that. If you on your VA app, if you pull up your veteran status card, it will tell you if you permanent total as well. And you want a paper copy in hand. And hurry up and go up there and drop that. Once you got a paper copy in hand, that's official, not just visual. Because you say, what's on the app? They might change stuff on the app. Come on, you listening to me? I'm yelling it because ain't nobody else telling it. Come on, family. We talked about these levels of protection tonight. Now listen, y'all need to look at the law. This is the most, next to 20-year rule, this is one of the most important things you need to know. When you're 100% permanent total, 38 CFR 3.341, total and permanent total ratings and unemployability. So you need to read this law too. All right, 101. Here we go. You need to look that up. And we got it right here. These are the actual laws down here. Total disability will be considered to exist when there is present any impairment of mind or body. So it could be physical or it could be mental at the 100% rate. That's why it's total, which is sufficient to render it impossible for the average person to follow a substantial gainful occupation. It ain't just that you can make a little money. If you can make half the money. Now, you can't have a substantial gainful occupation. You use the VA words against them. Did you hear me? You take this law, I would quote it and put it in my claims all the time. But you never put the number up there too. How they gonna deny that? So they denied, you can use that in your appeal. I told them, but they rejected the law. They were in error. I put them in the trick bag, in the Dulo twist. Now listen, let's go on. We talked about total. Let's talk about permanent total. Permanent total disability. Permanence of total disability will be taken to exist when such impairment is reasonably certain to continue through the life of the disabled person. Did you hear me? Family, did you hear me? And my doctor said, I tell you which doctor, my mental health doctor, my doctor who was been a psychiatrist for about 30-something years, getting ready to retire, he said that my condition was most likely continue for the rest of my life. I hadn't even read the law yet. He put it in my medical file. Huh? He was straight with me. Huh? What the guy said when the guy was crying about his woman going, somebody took my woman. Now, he didn't take your woman. She was just ready to go. That's all. Yeah, you wasn't on your job. Now listen. Now let's see what y'all got here. Now listen, yep. After you see it on the phone, go to the computer and do the same thing and print it out. It will print as a letter from your VARO with an electronic signature. I like that. Now listen, and I'm going to get your other statement up there too, Backwoods Law. Listen, you take that in. Don't be mailing that in. Take that in and tell them, hey, I want to, meaning you want to drop. When you go in, confirm again with them. Let's see if I get my award letter showing that letter you get every year, show how much you make and everything, and verify, and then say, I want to drop this claim and get a stamped copy that you dropped it. Because you send in the mail, they say they never got it, and they'll change you from 100% permanent total to TDIU. Now you got work restrictions. Ain't much different. But why drop down when you okay? So a veteran is considered average normal. That's interesting. No, it's average or normal compared to the civilian population, the average person that's working in America, okay? That they compare that. H-Town, Northside, load them up in the M20, yeah, that's that millimeter, yes, and shoot them off like a, you know what, rounds, LOL, you know what's up. See, I don't play with them. Because the VA will lie. Did we go over it tonight, family? Oh, we on the 20-year rule. We about done. Family, let me ask you this here. If you understood the 5-year rule, that was the number one. The 10-year rule, that was second part. The 55-year rule, that's the third part. The P&T rule, if you understood, put 1 through 4 if you understood them all, or if you didn't understand them all, just put the ones you did understand. Did you understand the first 4 rules that we went over? Put 1 through 4 in the chat. We need feedback. Come on, let us know what they really want from us. In the words of the late DMX, somebody let me know. Did you understand? And if you don't, go back and look over it, and we can talk about it after everybody, you know. All right. Now we on the 20. Neil H-Town say he understand. I hope I do. I'm the one put it out. Now listen, Neil Steps say 1 through 4, understand. Then Benny say understood 1 through 4. Jimmy Elmore say understood 1 through 4. Backwards Law understood 1 through 4. Betty 1 through 4 understood. Now listen to what he say. The 20-year rule is the golden ticket. Man, I should have put that. Where were you at, Backwards Law? That's what I want to put. I was going to put the golden rule, the golden ticket. Next time, that's what I'm going to have for it. The 20-year rule is the golden ticket for the Christmas train. Come on now. Family, y'all cutting up in here. I ain't got time for y'all. 1 through 3, maybe 4. We'll go for them. We'll keep hammering it home. Thank you for it. Yes. We'll go over that chart. Don't worry. We'll keep going over in the future. Nomad says 1 through 4. And I'm glad. And I say my veteran status card says only 100%. No P&T, but I am P&T for sure. Get that summary of benefits letter. Did you get that letter at the end of the year? Who got they award letter? When I say award letter, I'm talking about the letter you get that shows your information and it says that you're permanent total now. The VA generate this on a yearly basis. If you got your award letter, put AL in the chat if you got your award letter. I got mine. It was wrong. It didn't show that I was permanent and total. I went up there and made them put it on there. Put AL for award letter. That's the one you get every year. The VA sends it to you to show what your status is. They call that award letter. Now let's see. And it tells whether you're permanent total. It tells you where you're 100%. Now let's see what you need to check that, Scrappy. They might be trying to slide on in on you. Yeah, yes, indeed. Now listen. 101 say 5, eligibility to educational dependence assistance under Chapter 35, 38, Chapter 35, USC Chapter 35, based on permanent and total status. Remember, that's what should be on your decision letter too. Who's the person that won't know that? That's right. The dependence educational assistance derived from, yes, indeed. Or it could be the Champion Healthcare too. Either one. Man, so award letter. Did y'all get y'all award letter January? They usually send them out. Rose City got his. H-Town got his. It was incorrect. I went and got it updated. And they typed a new one up. You ain't going to pull that. Look, the VA ain't nothing but hypocrites, and they ain't going to pull that small-time stuff over on me. Now, listen. Benny says, got the award letter. I thought you were about to say clothing allowance award letter. Not just a regular award letter. We'll talk about that coming up. Charles to say award letter. Okay, keep getting it every year. And if you don't receive it in January, go up there and get a copy. You laughing, yeah. That is part of my letter. So if that's part of your letter, and I think you the one, is it one that who is that say they don't know if they TDIU or 100% permanent total or they got it out? Whoever that is, you need to make sure you got your award letter up to date with this year's date on it, not the one from last year. Backwards law say DEI is only awarded with 100% permanent total. Yeah, so if you got that on your letter, you good. I'm good. Wife on Champ VA discount on home taxes, DOD ID card. You got it. And make sure if you're 100% permanent total or TDIU, you go get them ID cards for your spouse and yourself. If you don't have it, you can fly on the MAX flights too for free. Oh, then you're good, Scrappy. Yes, indeed. So if it's you, Scrappy, whoever it is, it was me. So if you know your permanent total, have documentation, look at that water, make sure it's the date is this year, January 2026 or somewhere around that time, to make sure. Congrats. James say congrats. Everybody show love to James. Now let's get to the last one. The 20-year rule is the last level of protection. There are other levels of protection. However, we coming on the biggest ones. Say, yep, you can do space A on the MAX flights. They call it the John McCain Act. Respect and shout out around the world. And where you can go to CODIS, and ain't around the world, for disabled veterans. It's to the continental U.S., to Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands. You listening? Unless they changed it. Puerto Rico, and it's somewhere else. I forgot where it is. And Guam get you halfway to China. I just got my rating, so when I get it, I'll get my first. Okay, yeah. Look at your decision letter, and you need to go in there. If it's a permanent total, but you got to make sure you need to cancel that other claim. Whoever tell me you want to drop that other claim, okay? You need to do it in writing, not verbally. So the claim for TDIU, drop it, because you got the best thing you get. Say hi, James. So I think they allow it in Germany to Ramstein as well. I'm gonna check when I go over there. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna use that ID card to try to travel. Now let's talk about this, family. Look here, the 20-year rule. This is the top. This is the golden ticket, as Backwards Law said. I think you said. Listen why it is. Why is it, H-Town? It's continuous protection forever. Huh? You're no longer under the monitoring of the VA. You no longer need any type. I forget how they said it. I can't tell you how I know that. I can't tell you how I know that. That's how they word it. Once you got 20 years for any condition, and if you, that could be at a 0% rating, like my PTSD at 30%, had it for 20 years. So they can't take me lower than 20%. I mean 30%. I had 30% for 20 years. Got in 2004 or 5. I got beginning 2005. And since it's 2026, I'm locked in at 30% rate. In 2006, I'm locked in now at the 50% for that. Huh? Once I get down up to, man, it's gonna be, we'll talk about it. 20-year rule. Whatever rating you have for 20 years that don't go down, it stays that rate or higher. Okay, and we're gonna explain how that works. You're locked in, okay? Does that make sense? Means they can't reduce you, but it does not matter. They have to keep paying you at the current rate. Yeah. Let me see what you're saying here. They cannot lower your rate. It means your pay level would be affected. Yes. They can't lower your pay rate. Now listen. So guess what? If let's say you had temporary 100% for 20 years, well, they can't lower you because you've been paid 100% or whatever for 20 years or whatever rating for 20 years, it's locked. Even if it's temporary rating. Did you hear me? Backwoods. But under 100%, most would lose state benefits. Now they have some benefits that's you can get at 50%. But if it's unemployability, many states honor that. Now let's talk about the 20-year rule where you're locked in. Oh, what's going on here? H-Town got it showing up. What's the goal, family? What's happening? Where we going? Somebody, Jehovah, save me. What's going on here? Where we going? What we trying to get? Huh? What's the ultimate? Can you tell me I'm getting dizzy, family? Where's my medication? Man, where's it at? What is it? What we looking for? I'm getting tired. I'm getting a little woozy. 20 years is what we want. 20 years locked in. Huh? Is that all right? Is H-Town a little bit too dramatic? You are correct if they lower you, but if you are past 20 years, no. And we're going to explain how that works, okay? Because it's hard to say it. I'm going to show it through visual. So now we talking about that 20-year rule, family. It check off every condition you have for 20 years. So if the VA try to mess with you, you can get them. I'm wondering if you can get a letter to say that you're 20 years for that condition. This is milestone and the golden ticket. This is significant to get to this level of 20 years. That's the floor. They can't take you nowhere below that. Once you get 20 years, they can't drop you no farther than where you at. You locked in. You understand what I'm saying, baby? You understand? Oh, H-Town breaking it down. Did I say H-Town gonna break it down? Are you listening to me? So this is how it works. So follow what we got. Look at the reset buttons at the top. Watch this person who had ratings throughout the years that fluctuated, went up and down. The 20 years start all over when the veteran rating is decreased. Tell me if I'm making sense. So this individual, this veteran, had a 40% rating 2020, 1/12/2020. 4 years later, they got reduced down to 30%. Now the 20 years reset. Are you following me? Now the 20 years start at the 30%. Then they got increased in 2007 to 60%. The 30% is still in play. All right? So the 30%, when would they have 20 years for the 30% since they got dropped down? When would they have 20 years for the 30%? Just give us the year. In the 2000s. They got the 30%, that reset, so the 40% kicked off. It don't count no more. It's out the game because you got a reduction. It's the lowest rating in the 20-year period. Did you hear what Backwoods Law say? 2024, the 30% will be locked in. Even though they got an increased rating of 60%, when you with the 60% that they got in 2007, when will they be locked in for the 20? At that point, when would they have 20 years for the lock in of 60%? Come on and follow me. When? Put the year. They got that in 07. They got that in 07, 2007. So when would it be? It has to have a 7 on it. 2007, 2017. What's the next? 2020 what? I'm talking about for the 60%. Talking about for the 60%. When would that be locked in? Starting at the 60%. It'll be 2027. Okay, y'all get me? It's 20 years from the time you got it. Now they go up in 2010. Yeah, that would be 2027, right? See, I want y'all to learn. We working. This ain't easy to deal with. So in 2010, they went up to 100%. How long would they have had to keep the 100% to be locked in at the 20 with the 20-year rule when they got it 7/7/2010? How long? When would they be locked? They meet the 20-year rule. What's 20 years from 2010? They would be locked. They would have to be locked in 2030. That's right. That's 20 years at the 100% lock in. Yes. But guess what happened, family? You right, Betty. Yes. Are you following me? Because they kept going up. It's okay. What about this? They went down from 100% in 2024. They got reset again. So they 100%, that 100% don't count no more because it's a reset to 80%. So because they didn't have 100% for 20 years, it starts all over the 20 years. The reset happens at 80. How long would they have to have 80% for it to be locked in? They got it in 2024, September the 3rd, 2024. How long? What year would meet the 20-year rule? Let us know. 2044. Huh? Every time you get a reduction in the 20-year period, that resets the time to the lowest point in that 20-year period. Did you hear me? Your 20 years start all over again. Tell me if that makes sense. So when did the reset happen, family? What percentage, what was the first reset that this person had? That they 20 years started all over again because of a reset. What was the first reset? The first reduction. What percentage was it? What was the first reduction they got that started their 20 years all over again? Yep, if it reduced, we'll restart all over. At 30%, yes, indeed. The first reduction. So then that 40% don't count no more because they got reduced. What was their second reduction? What percentage was they on their second reduction that reset the time and wiped out the high rating before it? Talk to me. Betty got it, 80%. Are we getting this thing straight, fam? Come on now. If you get an increase on a condition, does your rating start over? No. If you get an increase, just your 30%, you're going to be locked in when you have 30% for that condition. And when you get 60%, when you get 20 years, it get locked in. It's only reset when you get a reduction. Ask H-Town how he got this graph. I don't know. It was hard. Yes, indeed. Zero scrapping. Only if you are reduced. It only resets. You hear what backwards law say? No scrapping. Only when you reduce. When you increase, it don't affect nothing. You just keep going. The 30% is you're gonna lock in for your 30% at a certain time after 20 years, and then when you get to the 6%, it's gonna lock in. The only ones that got wiped away was the 40% and the 100% because of what? It got a decrease, so it's reset. Come on now. It's to the lowest level in a 20-year period. That's when they do the what? The reset. So if in 20 years, whatever the lowest point in that 20-year period, if you went down for a little bit, that's going to be what it is in that 20-year period. Come on now. And if you never went down, it's going to be what you was. Come on now. Reset. No problem. That worries some vets about increase, but you would have to get to the 100% somehow. Yes, indeed. So yes, now look here. Family. We almost done with this. I want y'all to follow H-Town. So for example, with the hypothetical Mr. John Brown, look if you can see it good. His 20 years, his first rating, he got a 30%. Y'all follow me down with an arrow at? I hope y'all can see it. Let me know if you can see it. Put eyes in the chat. Put eyes in the chat if you can see it. Now listen. So his first rating was 30%. He got that on 2/14/2005. Right? He got no decreases, so each one gonna lock in. Are you following me? Can you see that? I hope you can see it. 30% in 2005. So 2000, what's 20 years after that? 2025 on the same day. He lock in 20 years for 30%. When did he lock in for his 50%? He got that on 2007. When it's on here, when did he lock in for his 50%? Meaning they can never reduce him below 50%. What year would he lock in for 20 years? Let us know. Anybody know what year? He got that in 2007, his 50%. What's 20 years after that? What's 20 years after 2007? Let us know. 2007, now it's going to be 20 years, 2007 to 2017. That's 10 years. What's 10 more years after that? 2027. Y'all good? Y'all good? We working on this. That's why we talking about it. This stuff took me so long to figure it out. Fam, this stuff ain't no joke. But that's why we practicing on it. Now, here go the trick bag. Follow me now. Are you listening to H-Town? Follow me. H-Town about to get you now. He got 70% 2010. What's 20 years from 2010 for him to be locked in at 70%? They can't reduce them below 70%. What is that? What's 20 years from 2010? He got the 70%. That's all in red down there. 2030. It's on now. It's on the thing. Now 2030, because it's 2010, then it'll be 2020 is 10 years, 2030 is another 10 years, making it 20 total. Now I want y'all to follow me on here. That's why we talking about it backwoods, because we getting these numbers, 2030. We that's why we talking about it, so we don't make errors in the real world. Now listen, look what happened. Now this is where it gets tricky. Follow. He received individual unemployability, which is a temporary 100%, in June of 2010. Okay? So this is a couple of months after he got the 70%. Look at that. Wasn't about a 2 or 3 month period. He got 70%. He applied for unemployability. It took him a year to get it, but they backdated to effective date 2 months after he got awarded the 70%. He could apply for unemployability because he had a condition that was at least 70%, 60% or higher. Come on now. And he wanted a year later, and they backdated. So his back date was granted for 2010, July. So that means in 2030 of July, they will always have to pay him at the 100% rate. All right? Are you following me? Now, he applied for permanent total status. He got that 4 years later, but it don't matter because he's still already gotten paid at the 100% rate on unemployability. So his 20 years would actually be 2030 instead of 2034 with the 2014 to 2024 to 2034. So they're going to pay him. It's the amount you get. Yes. Now, I want you to tell me, I hope that helps you. Go back and look at the video if you need help on it. And we'll talk about it later too. Who broke it down like H-Town? So the 20-year rule, a disability which has been continuously rated or at or above any evaluation of disability for 20 years. It has to be at or above. If it go down, it resets to that lower amount. At or above the evaluation of disability for 20 years will not be reduced. Huh? And that's the law. 3.951 preservation of disability ratings. Look it up. Tell me if I'm making sense. The only exception, and the VA always has exceptions, is fraud. If you committed fraud to get it, like the sister, that could cost you your rating of your 20-year, breaking the 20-year rule. Like Dennis Paulson, my Lord, at the time he was the largest one. He was pretending he couldn't walk, and he was doing Ironman challenges. Come on now. Inform, you'll have less anxiety. Knowing, you understand? They say, the Bible say the people perish because of a lack of knowledge. But you know. But for those that don't listen, it's because they rejected knowledge. Listen, the biggest fraud, I don't know what that's, Bineswood, man who fake illness gets prison. And he had 20 years on some of his conditions. He was almost 20 years for his 100%, but it wouldn't have mattered. And his wife was putting up, and he had his sister, again, another one had their sister, being the caregiver. He was getting Social Security, and they had him doing an Ironman challenge. He said he couldn't walk. He was doing that spongy thing, like they caught that black brother on, jumping up and down 100% with the Washington Post. He was doing, I don't know why they like getting on them bungee things. Makes sense. Look, say, who feels sorry for him? One say, dummy. Skin say, that's a suburb of Columbia, South Carolina. Oh, I didn't know that. He was getting paid, family. Thank everybody show love to Skins. Love to Skins in here. Family, we doing this thing. The VA will watch and Social Security will watch. And if Social Security watch and you don't supposed to be working, they'll share that information with the VA. We just showed you that already, did we not? That they communicate. Prison, he lost Social Security retirement also, yes. Because he got Social Security disability, so he got it earlier. He had a true disability, but it wasn't as bad as he said it was. It was for a while, but it improved, and he didn't tell him it improved. He had a real disability. Hey, H-Town vet and the family. Hey, what's going on, brother? So good to see you. Everybody show love to Skins. Everybody. That's my brother from another mother on my dad's. Are they watching you? Family. So to recap, are we clear here? As long as you get 20 years, with condition 20 years without, the lowest point, without being reduced below that amount, no reset, and you good. 20 years without, it going any lower. It can go higher, but not lower. And no fraud involved. Family, are we talking about it? 20-year anniversary. If you have 100% permanent total for 20 years or any 100% rating for 20 years, they'll never reduce you. Even if it's a temporary 100%, they keep extending your temporary. You set for life once you've had it for 20 years and there's no fraud and it wasn't reduced. Come on, because you paid at that amount. Here's the catch now. Follow me. Let's say you meet the 20 years with your 100% permanent total. You met 20 years, they can't touch it. Any new conditions you add start over their own 20 years. You feel me? Even though you might be 100% for permanent total, but then you had an extra 60% for added after your 20 years, 60% for fatigue, and that 60% gave you special monthly compensation. Well, it may not be able to drop your 100% permanent total, but that 60% ain't 20 years yet, you might get reduced where you may not be able to get the special monthly compensation no more. Did H-Town break it down? Let us know. Huh? So any new condition that's not covered for the 20-year rule, you're not paid for it. Now it ain't paid, it's the conditions. So you had diabetes and you have, and it's, come on now, you get me? Or high cholesterol, anxiety, high blood pressure, anything. Any new conditions have their own 20 years. Now, family, we about through with this thing. Here's the law if you need to know it. We went over it. 3.9, 38 CFR 3.951, preservation of disability ratings. A disability which has been continuously rated at or above any evaluation of disability. So it don't matter if it's 0 to 100%. Any evaluation of disability for 20 years will not be reduced. So we're going to be specific here. Service-connected VA disability ratings at or above a specific rating percentage for at least 20 years. That's the 20-year rule covers. Unless the rating evaluation was based on fraud, like Charlton is saying, the 20-year rule does not apply to new conditions that develop after the 20-year period. Come on now, did we break it down? Let's see what our brother Charlton is talking about here. Say, so any added after the 20 years can get checked for fraud. You lose all. That's a very interesting, no, not if, no, I don't know. That's an interesting question. That's a powerful question. No, if it's not, if you got that based on, that's interesting. What after 20? Now, once you locked in, they can't do nothing with the one you got for 20 years unless they can find fraud in the 20-year rule. If you did fraud after that, they can get you for the other stuff. And they'll get you because you still have your 100%, but you be locked up. So they're going to take you down 10%. Because while you're in jail, even if the 20-year rule, they can't pay you while a federal facility is taking care of you. They made that the law because somebody else providing for you. Huh? So you still be the 20 years, but fraud would get you. Now, given that, all this worry stuff I showed you, do you feel comfortable opening a claim right now? Is it too risky? Let us know, family. Do you fear that your percentage would be reduced? Is the benefit worth the cost, the sacrifice, the stress, the cost of maybe being reduced trying to get a higher rating? Only you can answer. Do you feel like poking the bear? You see H-Town, that's my hand trying to poke the bear. I want to poke the bear. I ain't scared. You scared? Are you ready to poke this bear? In my shoes is way too risky. Too risky. Is it put too risky if it's too risky? If you ready to poke the bear, put a bear in the chat or put poke the bear. Is it too risky? Come on. You go to the casino, you gamble your money. Why can't you roll the roulette table? Why you can't roll the dice? Come on now. Is it worth it for special monthly compensation? Is it worth it for the PACT Act? Let us know. Now listen, hell no from Skins to the no. Hell no. A shout out to Bishop Bo Weekle, rest in power. To our brother from Louisiana, brother that made the song Hell to the No. I'm too scared. I'm scared, LOL. Hold on, one. I want you to put your game face on. Come on now. Look, Betty, she ain't scared. She gonna do it. Feel comfortable opening up a new claim. Okay. Jimmy Elmore say he gonna poke that bear. Jay Oliver say for special money conversation, SMC, I'll poke that bear. Benny say, poke him, go ahead and poke that bear. I want to poke him. Huh? Jay Oliver say, 100% no touchy. Put no touchy if you don't want to touch. Neil Stepp say, poke the bear. Come on, that bear don't look that scary. The bear don't look like they full. Listen, Skin say, only unless you try to get an SMC or trying to protect your family later in life by getting a condition service connected that you may pass away. What are some of the reasons you think you should poke the bear? What would be your motivations? because they gave some good ones here. SMC, yes. Don't be scared. Be informed. Oh, Backwoods Law dropping facts. 101 say no touching. Jimmy Elmore say poke the bear for the rest of my life. Oh, he say he going out gangster with it. Benny say he'll chew you up 100%. Not not look back. Yeah, I ain't scared. I'm eyeballing him. You see, I'm eyeballing. He give me that reckless eyeballing. I'm going to deal with him. Family, we did this tonight. Family, did we cover it? Please let us know. Did we deal with the question at hand? Did we cover, family? Hold on. Okay, I'm trying to see. It's trying to act crazy there. Now, 5 levels of protection for VA disability compensation ratings based on time period, which was 5-year time period, 10-year time period. These are the rules, 5-10-year rule, 55-year time period, and the 20-year time period, and also status. What was the status? The permanent and total status. So the 5 levels of protection for VA compensation rating percentages based on time period and status. Did we answer the question, family? Was it covered? Did we cover it? Huh? Somebody let us know. Did we cover it? That is what the 8-gauge shotty is for. Okay, yes. You covered it, Jimmy Elmore say covered. 101 say covered it like I'm about to be. Yes, says Backwoods Law. Benny said yes. We covered it. Yes, it did. We covered it because y'all gave me. Remember, Backwoods Law was dropping so much knowledge, and we were coming up with stuff as we were talking about it. H-Town covered it completely. Covered, and math class also. I'm not good at math, so listen. Family, what do you like about the way the information is presented that helps you? Let us know. Is it any way the visuals or the information? What helps you to understand it better? Y'all told me yes. Verify information. Go to the laws that we provided dealing with each level of protection. Please, family, like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification button. How we doing on likes right now? Say LOL. How we doing on the likes right now? How we doing on the views? Let us know, family. We doing good. New rules. Oh, boy. Let's see. We trying to get out of here pretty quick. Let's see what's on the new rule side of the game. New rule side of the game. I'm going to see if there's any update. I ain't going to put it up. Say the last update was on the 19th, which was the date. Huh? Oh, that did something crazy, family. Oh, this is crazy. I don't want this over here. Oh, boy. Oh, that didn't work like I wanted. It squeezed them both together. Now they say talk to VSO on the phone today. So now y'all can go ahead. We kind of in the after party, talk about whatever you want. Say talk to the VSO on the phone today about getting representation, and told him my 100%. He told me that the ceiling, that's the ceiling, but I told him I'm going for SMC and DIC, and he didn't already know. We got 28 likes, family. We almost at 30. And if you haven't hit that like button, hit it. I'm not afraid of poking that bear, Bluebird said. See, I'm not afraid of poking that bear, my family. For my family, okay. Say, okay, Bluebird, go poke the bear. Good luck. Y'all, man. That is scary. Might want to look for another VSO. That's kind of concerning. Didn't know? Yeah, that's concerning, Bluebird, I think, whoever asked that question. What is DCI? DIC is death benefits. So if you die of if you have a condition, you die of a service-connected disability, your let's say use a spouse, for example, they can get a DIC death benefit. It's just about $1,600 a month. If you died at 100%, not only do they get that, they also get, if you died 100% and you had that 100% for 10 years, they also get the other benefits that come with it. Okay? They get, Chapter 35. They get, they can be substituted into claims too. Let's say my VA will be doing a town hall meeting tomorrow. Okay. Okay, Jimmy. That's in Shreveport, right? Now, DIC is in death indemnity. I'm going to tell you what it means. Death indemnity compensation is for the spouse and the children and dependent parents. In some circumstances, they dependent. Insurance that covers the wife, so they get a certain portion go to the spouse and to the children. Depending on how many children you have, they divide it among them. Some VSOs are clueless. This is what Scrappy says. You need to be educated. Use VSO as a secretary to do the paperwork. Come on now. And you be ahead of the game. Now, family, I'm going to pull this up again because last time it did something funny here. Let me see. Can I? So now, family, let's see what we got here. I'm going to pull it up. We're going into the new rules. And we're covering the new changes in the 38 CFR. And they say you got it, Scrap. So now, look. We go to up to date, and they change this sometime on a daily basis. So follow us here, family. All right, now here we go, fam. Now, fam, let's see what they got going on. There was some changes done today to the 38 CFR. Let me know if y'all can see the screen. The writing is big enough. Let me know. Put an eye emoji and say you can see it or something like that. So they did update today, August the 19th, okay? 2026. So today they changed update power attorney codes for state organizations. That sounds interesting. So, whenever you get a VSO to represent you, they get a power of attorney. You see that? Power of attorney appointments. Let's see. Meaning that they're appointed to be your power of attorney, not an actual appointment. Handling power of attorney appointments. How they done? Let's see what they're talking about. They got the forms up here. Outdated, incomplete. Okay, they get new forms. Process representative appointment form as soon as they are received from claimant. Okay, so you got to give them people the power of attorney. Add a permanent note to Veteran Benefits Management System. So this is internal where they're trying to make sure they do everything right. Indicating the limited appointment of representative and edit documents subject line. So it's on their form. Okay, so it's kind of in their forms. So you can go check that out at va.gov. novva.ebenefits.va.gov/. Is that all right? That's the only change for the day. I might have one little thing for you. I know we've been on here for a long time, family, but look, we've been doing through. Let's see, Pastor Dougie, any news at all? Yeah, M21-1, not 38 CFR. Okay, yeah, that was M21-1. Thank you, Betty. Now, let me see if I can find this, and this is going to be the last thing we cover tonight. One of our brothers, sons, this here. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Uh, that didn't work. Give me a sec. Got something on Lieutenant Colonel Gage. They say he was saying something greasy. I don't know if this is it. Let's see. Oh, they talking, but I don't see them talking about saying anything. Okay. I'm gonna have to do it another time. Okay, family, we gonna get ready to let's see. We ain't doing no news tonight. We'll do it on another night because I've been looking hard for it. So no news tonight. We thank you. Shake Shack City. Soon coming soon, family. Any other statement? I'm gonna get to y'all statements at the end. We're gonna have coming up our next video, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Sunday. I don't know if I'm doing tomorrow, but I have a schedule for tomorrow right now where we talk about the 4 types of 100% in detail. We're gonna explain it in a way that makes it clearer. Because I've noticed with like even with the rules, people were confused about them. Our new releases, those coming soon. These new releases. Please watch our one on Desert Storm veterans. Our story. I told my story, and other veterans did. Let's see. Oh, this is a big one here. Talking about the burden that 100% permanent total have on your country. Should you get that 100% permanent and total up as showing loyalty to your country? Hmm? And we talk about the statistics on all disabled veterans for 2025. We went into general detail about that. Watch that video. We don't have nothing today on that. How's the weather where you at? And what's the temperature, family? We did this thing tonight. I'm gonna get your let us know. Now look. Scrappy says this. Let me close some of it. I sound like Barney or somebody. Scrappy says this. And Scrappy says that. Scrappy guy says this. Some VSOs are clueless. You need to be educated. Use VSOs as a secretary to do paperwork. Yeah, you did say that. So Jimmy Elmore say, yeah, he is in Shreveport VA Medical Center. DIC equals my last act to make sure family gets paid. Because whatever you service connected for, even if it ain't 20 years, they have to cover it. And it could be a contributing factor. So make sure the family get it on the death certificate that it may not be the main reason you died, but it's if that other condition that you're service connected for is a contributing factor and the main condition isn't service connected, the contributing factor to that other ailment, they can still get paid DIC. Don't let them get discouraged. And you talking to him, all right. Last see the Shake Shack in your city. Yeah, we got a Shake Shack. Shake Shack right by my house now. Yeah, they do. Good night. All have a blessed night. Enjoy Thursday. Okay. Let's see. Say no. Okay. H Town and have a blessed night. And you enjoy your evening rest well. Yes, I'm gonna do that. Might not do one tomorrow, but we've been doing them good, haven't we? Make sure y'all hit that like button. If 45 ain't giving up anything, neither am I. Come on now. No, clear. Betty say in Baltimore. I mean in Maryland. 72 degrees. Good night. Have a blessed one from Benny. Jimmy Elmore says 90 degrees in Shreveport, the high of 104. Wow. Then Bluebird say 71 and clear in Chicago. Charlton say 74 clear in Pennsylvania. Good night, Betty Bobs. The third of 28 retreats today at community care. It's good. Let's say it's good to go to town hall meetings to let your voice be heard. Let us know when they have some more town hall meetings. And family, I really want to tell y'all thank you for everything. Everything y'all done and everything y'all doing. Now let's see. We're gonna get ready to close out, and we appreciate you. Everybody say good night. Stay strong, Charlton. Covered completely. Okay. Jay Oliver, wish you well in what you're going through. And our brother Neil Step, prayers in your speedy recovery. They usually have them every 3 months. Yeah, I'm gonna check out when they have one in the area. And send me some email when they're doing these things. Family, this has been incredible. We've been keeping 18, 25. We got up to like 37, almost 40 people the other night. We've been doing this thing good. Go back and watch some of the older videos too. And we thank you. So let's see. Let me see. Bluebird say, good night, everyone, and keep up the faith, Charlton. Yes, indeed. Yes, I will, Betty. Now listen, good night. Yes, indeed. Good night. Everybody's saying good night. Good night for Scrappy guy say good night all. Jimmy Elmore say good night, rest well. Yes, indeed. And I'm gonna reiterate to close out. Family, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you for the support, the kindness, the financial donations. We want to thank the Service Connection for putting something in the collection plate tonight. I apologize for not reiterating that. So sorry. The collection, the Service Connection, somebody else did a blessing. Hold on, let me see. I want to shout y'all out. 101 gave super chat. Thank you so much, and thank everybody for just being here and support. And the Service Connection, I want to say, yeah, thank you for the donation too. I can't find you, but I know you was in here, so I'm gonna go to the bottom. Thank you, Service Connection, also, and we got 33 likes. We made it over 30. Until next time, family, keep your notifications on. May not have a live stream tomorrow, but keep your notifications on in case I change my mind. Good night, rest well. Yes, indeed. Good night and blessings. And we want to say good night to all family. Let you know I'm not AI. I'm here. Good night. We love y'all. We appreciate you. We respect you. Okay. And I want to thank y'all, and I want y'all to have a wonderful night. See you later, family. Stay safe, stay healthy.